You're watching the What the Fuck podcast, you cunts!
The What the Fuck podcast is here. Pedos will cry and run in fear. Devin and Austin host this bitch. Austin's phone says, what's the sitch? YouTube drama, boxing and wrestling is our game. So many pedos make us go insane. Boogie 298, Doug and EDP. All you hicks better follow me. What the Fuck podcast, yeah, that's who we be. AEW will die in misery. Missouri is Austin's land. All the hick folks drive log trucks to scare this man. All of you predators best be scared when Austin pulls out the world's largest underwear. Devin from Ohio, the land of the Amish. All these YouTubers make us wanna vomit. Austin is bald, can't you see? His head looks like Mr. Clean. Mama Max making false claims. The Leviathans are coming in our dreams. Trey Songz getting so non-PG. Here's you dose of reality. None of you pedos will ever win. This is the What the Fuck podcast, so come on in.
Alrighty, welcome back to the extra fucking disturbing, extra fucking just done with life episode of fucking the What the Fuck podcast, episode number 84. More fucked, long, and just fuck me, dude.
At this point, can we title this episode "Why Do We Do This to Ourselves"? Because honestly, that's how I feel. Because the topic, I have one massive topic, and Austin has one small topic, and then another even more massive topic. So this is gonna be so fucked. Like when I tell you, it's gonna be so bad, and both of us have had to do research and take notes, bro.
It's not fun, man. It's really not.
This thumbnail is gonna look ungodly, by the way. I know it is.
Yeah?
Well, I guess, is there anything you want to say about this episode before I get into my topic? Because my topic is gonna be so fucking long.
I just want to say, fuck everybody that we have to talk about in this fucking podcast. Fuck everybody,
Yeah.
bro. Just fuck everybody. I don't care. Besides the victims. Because yes, there's always victims in these situations that we have to fucking talk about.
Too many fucking victims, if you ask me.
Oh, there's too many fucking goddamn villains in this goddamn world. I don't fuck. It's like fucking the MCU, but for pedophiles and abusers. It's like I don't understand.
They're all fucking YouTubers as well. It's always fucking YouTubers.
I know.
People that people watch, and they're supposed to have fucking trust in them and shit if they watch them. And then they make so many kids believe that they could trust these YouTubers, and then they turn out to be the biggest fucking awful scumbag pieces of shit in the world.
I know, and I don't know why, bro. I just don't know why.
I don't know. Some of them get fucking incredibly, massively popular as well, and they become millionaires and shit. But I guess can use that as a transition into my topic. So it is time for another deep dive here on the podcast. This is going to be extremely fucking bad. A specific part of this is going to be so fucking bad. So I don't even know where to start with this. I had to do so much research. I have 35 pages of fucking notes, and I have to read fucking 47 fucking screenshots, bro. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the deep dive on none other than the Fine Brothers, or as they're also known, or previously known, React. So, I know that you know the Fine Brothers, Austin. You know them very well.
Mr. fucking Gerald Dolphin.
Yeah. So, for those of you who don't know, the Fine Brothers, their names are Benny Fine and Raffy Fine. And yes, I said Raffy because when I was doing my research, I thought that this motherfucker's name was Ralphie. So in my notes, I called this motherfucker Ralphie the whole time. Come to find out his name is Raffy. And I was like, who the fuck names their child Raffy? First of all. Second of all, he looks like the Gerald Dolphin from South Park. And that's been an ongoing joke with us for years now. But yes, Benny and Raffy Fine, they um they've been on the internet for a long time. They are the creators of the series called React, which had multiple spin-off series. They had Kids React, Teens React, Adults React, Elders React, YouTubers React, fucking celebrities React. They've had so many fucking series, it's ridiculous. And React um became one of the most popular fucking things on YouTube, and they became one of the biggest fucking channels. And then, of course, they've had so much fucking controversy, dude. Like, oh my god, dude. Like, you thought SML was bad when we did that with Kyle. You thought that was bad. Oh my god, this is like at least Logan never did shit like this, bro. What I'm about to tell you about. So, the Fine Brothers, just a little tidbit of information, Austin. Before they were on YouTube, the Fine Brothers created comedy sketches and short films, often using action figures in them. They also made a live action feature film in 2000 that was shown at comedy film festivals. They eventually decided that the internet was a better platform for their work than traditional film festivals, and also said that they wanted to pursue their careers in online video creation because they thought it was a more suitable form of employment than working in the film industry. So how do you feel about that?
Well, you assumed I was gonna be pissed, but you know what? Fuck them, because here's here's the thing. Here's the
Because
thing.
you know what? Fuck them.
Here's the thing. Fucking, I'm not gonna scream right now because I'm probably gonna scream later a lot.
Oh yeah.
So, um, but I just gotta say, like, truthfully, they were kind of right in a way because they're so untalented and so useless that, they were right. They didn't need to fucking be in the fucking goddamn movie industry because they probably would have made the worst fucking shit imaginable.
Oh, they fucking think that they're talented, Austin. When I read some of this shit, these how fucking arrogant and cocky these motherfuckers were, like they legitimately thought that React was like the greatest thing ever and that like they were the most talented motherfuckers on the whole entire internet. Like it is astonishing how fucking like overly confident that they were in their fucking channel. We'll get to it all. We will get to it all because there is so much. But so a little more details about what they did before YouTube. So the brothers began making videos and comedy sketches as adolescents, even before they had a video camera. They created short sketches and full-length comedies with action figures and live-action film, like I said. Um, Despite winning awards as young filmmakers, apparently they won some awards. Um, they realized that traditional filmmaking wasn't the most effective way to reach their audience.
Really.
So, yep, that's what they said.
What? So what was your fucking audience? Like, what was their audience?
I don't know. This is before they started like posting on YouTube, so my only guess is like that I don't know because they showed their films and stuff at film festivals, so you would think their audience would be the people at the film festivals, right? But I don't know if they were posting stuff online before YouTube, like if they had like their own website or something they put. I don't know. I couldn't find any information on it. But yeah, that's fucking a little bit of information on what they were doing before YouTube. And if you're wondering what they're doing now, I was gonna get to that at the end, but the thing is, I cannot find shit about what they're doing now. So, but are you ready to get into this now, Austin?
Yep.
This is gonna be bad. So, reading into my notes here, which is so wonderfully titled "Fuck the Fine Bros." So, I put here the Fine brothers' names are Benny and Rafi Fine, as I already said. So I wrote here in my notes they apparently started making online content in 2004, but didn't start making YouTube videos until 2007. And their first ever video that they made, or their first video was the original Kids React as well, which, well, actually, their first React, I meant to say their first React video was the Kids React, which they started the React series in 2011. So, but, fucking, I have to go to another part of my notes here. I had this out of order. So, before a lot of the fuck shit that I'm going to talk about, these motherfuckers. So before they fucking made React, Austin, do you want to know what they were doing before they made React?
What were they doing?
Well, as I said earlier, they were doing comedy sketches, right? Or what they considered comedy, and what they considered as edgy humor and shock humor. And they made a video that got them in controversy, Austin, and it was called Poster Board Rape.
Are you what?
They made a video called Poster Board Rape. And in my notes here, I say the
Huh.
fucking Fine brothers made this video, and basically the video is this guy telling his girlfriend that he is going to do illegal things to her against her will and rape her. And I said, "What the actual fuck?" And then I said, because the person's video I was watching to take notes, they show like the actual video. So the screen fades to black, and when it fades to black, you can hear the woman screaming, and you can hear like smacking noises. And basically, what the Fine brothers were trying to convey there is fucking her fucking getting beaten and raped. So, and then Austin, they got backlash for it. They got backlash for that video.
You don't say.
Unsurprisingly.
You, you, you don't say, bro. I thought fucking they would have got fucking the highest of praise for a video about fucking rape, bro. What the
I
fuck?
don't know. Because not only did they get backlash, the video got taken down by YouTube because it got flagged. And I put
Well,
in my notes here,
yeah,
Austin. I put in my notes here, I said, these motherfuckers really sat here and said, they said, this is about the video getting taken down. The Fine brothers said, we don't understand why YouTube flagged our video and gave us a strike, is what they said.
brother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay.
And I said here, I said, like, fucking seriously? You made a fucking video of a dude saying he's gonna rape his girlfriend and you're surprised that it got taken down? Are you fucking serious? And then, not only did they say that they didn't know why it was taken down, but they tried to defend the video, Austin, because the Fine brothers said, um, and they said this about the other thing I'm going to talk about as well, but they tried to defend it by saying, they tried to claim, Austin, that it's inappropriate humor and that it shouldn't be taken seriously. And I said, are we fucking for real right now?
You're no, I can't. I can't. This is already so fucking bad. How the fuck, like, how the fuck are you gonna say that's just inappropriate jokes? This fucking it's a joke that shouldn't be fucking made, bro.
Well, it's comedy gold to the Fine brothers.
Brother, that's like fucking. That is legitimately. That is legitimately like if we fucking started a podcast and we said how we wanted to fucking sexually assault somebody. Like, what the fuck? And then we say, oh, it's just a joke. That's not, like, it's not a joke, brother. No.
Oh, well, you know what else they thought was a joke?
What?
What we're going to talk about next, because this is the worst part of it all.
Oh, great. We're already at the worst part of it, man. Great.
Because in 2010, the Fine brothers,
Oh my god.
after this happened, after what I just talked about happened, the Fine brothers decided to make a collaboration YouTube channel with Shane Dawson, of all people.
Why? Okay. Just out of curiosity, how big were the Fine Bros at this time? Like, were they like, can we check their social blade or something? Like, hang on. Well, while you tell me about that, I want to see their social blade.
So the collaboration channel that they made with the with Shane Dawson was called Hey It's Millie. Now, for those watching and for Austin, if you're wondering what the fuck is Hey It's Millie, it is so fucked. Basically, Hey It's Millie was this YouTube sort of they called it a show, but the videos weren't really that long. It's not like an official show, but nevertheless, Hey It's Millie is basically the way they explain it. It is it is fucking about this puppet named Millie that basically this puppet is supposed to represent a 7-year-old girl, Austin.
Oh.
And basically the whole show is supposed to be comedy sketches where the Fine brothers and Shane Dawson talk to this puppet that's supposed to be a 7-year-old, and they make like jokes about porn, and they have like the puppet sit there and talk about porn and like fucking and all this shit because the joke is supposed to be, oh, she's 7 years old and she doesn't understand, and that, oh, they have to awkwardly explain it to her and shit. So I put here in my notes, uh, I said basically the whole show is the Fine brothers and Shane Dawson extremely sexualizing her and making innuendos, and they also made her be extremely racist and had her say a bunch of sexual shit. I said this is so fucking bad. This is so fucking bad.
Okay, hang on. Out of curiosity, is there something in here that involves something in August of 2022? Is there like a controversy? Because apparently in August of 2022 they lost 100,000 subscribers.
I don't know because by that point I think they had already left fucking React because I think they left in like 2020 or something. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you, I can't look back at 2010 when they were popping off, so I don't know how popular they were with fucking Shane Dawson.
Well, Shane Dawson was definitely popular at this time, so
I know he was popping because he was trying to pop cherries of young little girls. So,
so to give you an idea of what one of these clips would be on this show, I wrote here in my notes. I said, "This is how fucking disgusted I was." I said, "There is a fucking clip from this fucking show of Benny Fine sitting there talking to Millie the puppet and explaining to her what fucking pornography is, and they had Millie sit there and say that uh they had her sit there and say that because basically she was asking why she can't watch pornography with Benny, and Benny explained that pornography is only for adults, Austin. And they had this puppet sit there and say, and I quote, pornography being for adults is like segregation, like how they separated the blacks from the
no,
whites. That is the quote
no,
from the fucking video that I
no,
jotted down.
no,
That's their comedy, Austin. That's what they call
no,
inappropriate humor.
nah, bro. Who let these people around children? Like,
I don't
what
know,
the
man.
fuck, bro? Like, there was
Whoever
so
did, they need
many.
to be in jail.
There were so many children on React. There's that. This isn't good, bro. This is fucking
You wanna
scary,
know?
dog.
You wanna know the worst part about it, Austin? That I wrote down in my notes. Fucking this shit wasn't just in 2010. They were making this while they were doing Kids React at the same time,
Oh my
bro.
god,
This was
no.
in conjunction with it was on a different channel, but still they were making it around the same time that they were making Kids React. And you want to know what you know? I'll save this point until we're done because so I said here I said what the actual fuck Fine Bros and Shane Dawson they were uh they were promoting this show as Sesame Street for adults.
Nah, bro. Nah. Just nah.
So now Austin, we get to go to the Twitter thread because oh my god, you're gonna hear the clips from the show.
Great.
So this thread was posted in 2020 because this is when all the shit about the Fine Brothers was coming out. So this was posted by a user named Kiplodian, and they say they put a screenshot of Shane Dawson and Millie the puppet, and they say, okay, since I've seen literally no one talk about this, let's discuss Hey It's Millie, a web series that Shane Dawson helped produce with the Fine Bros. Uh, it had pedophilia, child abuse, and sexualization towards minors, and the series capitalized on all of that. So, fucking first, here's some more background information on it. So it says, "Hey, It's Millie" is an American YouTube channel created by the Fine Bros and Shane Dawson. The channel was created June 19th, 2010. The last video on this channel was made in October 6, 2012. So I told you it went on while they were doing fucking React.
Oh.
Uh, The channel consists of Ask Millie, which was the videos I'm talking about, Millie Mail, which I'm not sure what that is, Raffi Can't Drive, and Facebook Fun. It was announced that Millie would be having her own show on the Fine Bros Snapchat. I did not know that. Millie is an 8-year-old girl who may seem innocent, but in almost every single video that she's in, she says inappropriate words, makes sexual innuendos she doesn't understand, is mean to Raffi, and says that she's wet. Saying that Millie made sexual innuendos is a huge understatement. In every single video, the puppet who was made to represent an 8-year-old girl would make countless references to sex, abuse, and her love for Shane Dawson, specifically.
Dude.
One of the plot lines behind this series is that Millie was obsessed with Shane Dawson, and they even did a few videos together, and I have a clip to play here. Oh, I gotta go back. Do you have any thoughts before I play this clip?
It's just like you can't make this shit. Like, why would Shane Dawson write a character, an 8-year-old character, to be obsessed with him, brother? Like, brother,
Because he's a pedophile, bro.
I know, but like, brother, he's just making it obvious at that point.
Well, Shane Dawson sat there and did a video where he was crying, and he was just like, "Oh, anytime I did anything pedophilic or like made jokes about me being a pedophile, he was like, oh, it was just jokes." And then he was like, "Oh, I am not a pedophile. I am not a pedophile." And he was like yelling it. So,
I mean, he is, bro. Like, I thought the Willow Smith stuff was bad, and the fucking goddamn fucking dick cookies and children's mouths in the music video was bad. Like, this is fucking awful, bro. Like, what the fuck, dude?
so are you ready to hear this clip? It's 45 seconds.
Oh, I'm probably not going to be ready, but I know you're going to play it. So,
All right.
That they decorate.
Can you hear that?
yes.
All right, so this is a clip of Millie. Keep in mind, she's supposed to be an 8-year-old girl. This is a clip of her and Shane Dawson, and they're sitting on a bed together.
That they decorated saying, "Touch me."
No, bro.
So Shane Dawson is wearing a pink bra that says "Touch Me" on it. By the way.
Is this the right way to do it in a good way? To be a little more gentle.
So Shane Dawson is having the 8-year-old child puppet touch his breasts.
No. Just no. Just no.
We continue.
You know what we could do, Millie?
Shane Dawson is making the 8-year-old child motorboat his titties.
Fuck no.
Brother. You can't make this shit up, dude.
No.
I'm telling you, when I was fucking doing research, I was just like, I was in disbelief, bro.
Nah.
See, this is bad because Austin already took his headset off, and this is only the first clip. We got a whole thread, bro. There's a whole thread.
This is nah. This is not, bro. You can't. Who in their right mind? Why did we think this was okay? Why did we think this is okay? Like, why did people think this is okay? Like, who thought this was a good idea besides those fucking pedos? Dude, like, who? Just go on. Just go on.
All right, here's the rest of the clip.
All right, Millie, that's it. That's all the mail we have today. Oh, thank you so much for having me, Shannon. It was amazing to finally meet my hero. Oh, well, it was amazing to meet you, and I'm sure we're going to hang out all the time. When?
Nah, fam.
Specifically, we're going to see you.
I told you, bro, this is so bad.
Gosh, you know what? I'll call you. I'll let you
What?
know. Well, then I don't have the phone. You know exactly. I'll see you guys later. Bye. If you want to leave me something, my P.O. box is in the garage. See you later, Billy. Shay! Well, he left me here in his bed, so I'm going to sit...
So that was the first clip. Your thoughts so far?
Just go on. I can't. I already can't, dude.
So they continue on the thread here and say, Millie's channel used to have several dozen videos, the last one being uploaded in 2012. Her channel is now empty, and all the videos have been deleted. I wonder why. You can still find a handful of videos on YouTube, but none from the official account. So people were re-uploading this shit. And then let me just say that the only reason I know about the series is because this is the person in the thread saying this, that they used to watch the series in 2012,
So you're
and
part of the problem.
they said that they were in 4th/5th grade at the time,
Oh my
and they
god.
discovered these videos through Shane Dawson's channel. So Shane Dawson must have promoted this on his channel.
Great. Just great.
Then they say here, Shane Dawson is definitely at fault for these videos, more so for making himself the love interest of a severely abused 8-year-old girl. But he isn't the only one in the wrong. Raffi Fine, owner of Kids React, co-hosted these shows and has his fair share of sick moments. This video in particular, just yikes. Keep in mind that this was produced and made by entirely grown men, including Shane Dawson and the Fine brothers. So this is the clip where they had the puppet and Raffi Fine talk about pornography, Austin.
Oh, great.
Keep in mind the puppet is supposed to be an 8-year-old child.
What? Maybe I'm not understanding this right. Maybe you're not. I don't know what porn is. Oh. So what is pornography? Porn is a type of filmmaking. Oh, it's a filmmaking. Yay! Like this. We're making porn together. No, we're not making porn. Come on down and watch Ralph and the grown man make porn with an 8-year-old. No. Almost 9. It's a type of filmmaking and films that are only for adults. It's like segregation, like back when the blacks weren't allowed to go to the same bathroom. Not the same thing whatsoever. Yes, it is. You're segregating little kids. All of my little kid friends will agree. From porn. Yeah, we should be able to watch whatever we want. I want to watch anything I want, whether it's porn or nudity. I want to watch whatever I want, even if it's that bullshit on Glee. Porn for little kids. Makes us grow up to be strong like that.
So there's that. Your thoughts? this is, I told you, bro, this is foul. The
Yeah,
silence is deafening from Austin.
I just. I don't know what to say, brother.
Well, continuing on the thread, they continue to say, love how they not only sexualize an 8-year-old character that they created, but also made her racist, Shane's influence. And let me just put it out there that although this person had computer access at a very young age, they said this was the video that introduced them to what porn was, and when they saw this video, they were 10 years old. So they caused fucking 10-year-olds to look up what porn was, Austin.
Let's go on, man. I
Then
don't know what else to say.
we got another clip here, and it says, also regarding the Willow Smith and Shane Dawson situation, this video did not age well. So this is like a... Hold on. So I'm not gonna play this only because like I don't want my ears to bleed, but this is like a 2.5 minute music video that Millie and the fucking Fine Brothers made about Willow Smith, I think. So,
Great.
but apparently some of the stuff the child sings about is tits and plastic surgery. And fucking also they had Shanae. Do you know who Shanae is?
No, I know.
For those who don't know, Shanae is when Shane Dawson would do blackface and play a black woman. So then we got another clip here that says for pedophilia on this one because it's literally repulsive. Mind you, this was posted on April 21st, 2011. Selena Gomez was 19 at the time, and Amanda Cosgrove was still 17.
Hi everyone, I'm Millie!
So Millie, you a fan of the D?
This is Shane Dawson, by the way.
What does dick mean?
What? No! I was talking about D like Deezy. Man, where did you learn how to talk like that?
From watching Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez.
Yeah, and like Harley. She's so cool and attractive. I love the way her hair flows down her back and brushes over her tight ass. Oh, that shit's so hot.
Keep in mind, Miranda Cosgrove was 17 when they made this.
And you know her and her butch friend experiment. I mean, wouldn't you, Deezy? Oh, and her newly developed breast. They're speaking to me. They're saying, hey, Millie, do you want to suck on us? Ooh. I mean, don't you think she's sexy, Deezy? Hey, what does sexy mean?
Keep in mind, Austin, Miranda Cosgrove was 17! Bro, if Shane Dawson and the Fine Brothers are writing this, bro.
I can't do this.
I was in awe when I was researching this. Like, I was actually speechless at how fucked this was. I didn't fucking see any of these clips, by the way, besides like the first two, but the rest of these are all new to me, and I'm almost speechless right now. Like, how, bro, the fucking, I don't know who's the one that voices the Millie character, but I want to say it's Benny Fine. I don't know, but fucking brother, they were sexualizing Miranda Cosgrove. They're making a puppet that's supposed to represent an 8-year-old child sexualize Miranda Cosgrove when she was 17, still a fucking child. What the fuck? What the fuck, dude?
Jump up!
Deezy, did you just come?
What? No!
Wait, Deezy, follow-up question?
Stop.
So they just have Shane Dawson come to the idea of a 17-year-old Miranda Cosgrove, brother. Oh my god.
How do I know?
Oh my god. Dawson, he said he's not a pedophile. He said that very explicitly that he's not a pedophile, but he was doing this shit, bro. Oh, what the fuck, dude?
What does coming mean? Can you explain it to me in graphic detail?
Graphic.
Yeah!
Graphic,
I mean,
brother.
no! I mean...
Whoa! That reminds me of the thing that my dad used to shove in my mouth when I was 3.
So, Shane Dawson pulled a gun on him.
I'm just done. What the
So to tell you
fuck?
what it was, Austin, Shane Dawson pulled a gun on the puppet, and then Millie like shoved the gun in her mouth and said that reminds her of what her dad put in her mouth when she was 3. Now she's sucking on it, and now Shane Dawson shot her, and that was that clip. I don't hear Austin anymore. Well, the thread continues here. They say, I mentioned this somewhere else, but you didn't have to have authorization, aka an account stating that you were 18 or older to watch these videos. Anyone could watch them, no matter how old they were, because there was no age restriction, Austin. So kids were watching this, I hope you know.
Great.
Then they say, I'm not sure how much more I'll be adding to this thread. I'll react as new information arises. Oh, and then they updated the thread. I'm literally sick as hell at this video. If you still stand Shane Dawson and Fine Bros after this, I can only assume that you are a pedophile sympathizer. Please don't watch if pedophilia triggers you. So, I don't know what this clip is. It's 1 minute and 14 seconds.
Shane, hey, Shane? What? Is it wrong to touch yourself in the nether regions?
Okay, this puppet is asking Shane Dawson if it's wrong to touch themselves in the nether region. Then they show the child puppet touching their private.
Shane? Shane, can I ask?
Shane Dawson's laughing about it.
Shane?
What?
Shane? Will you fuck me?
Brother!
What?
Did you fucking hear that?
What the fuck? Bro. You can't.
Oh, God.
Like, what? Why? Why? Like,
Because they thought this was funny, Austin. They thought that this was humor.
I'm so uncomfortable right now.
Me too, bro. Fucking, I was uncomfortable doing the fucking research. Because when I did the fucking research, I thought that it was just going to be their React World shit and their fucking racist shit. And then I found this fucking shit, and I couldn't fucking believe what I had to fucking hear in my goddamn ears. I wanted to fucking blow my eardrums out so I didn't have to fucking hear this shit no more. It was so bad, bro.
Uh-huh.
Wait, follow-up question? What? What does fucking mean? Shane? Is fucking bad?
Why don't you touch yourself a little bit?
What do you mean? Like my face?
Wait, you're not moving your lips.
Oh, like my face?
No, touch a little lower.
Like my underdeveloped breast?
Who the fuck is this guy, Millie? Millie, who the fuck is this guy?
Why are you so angry?
I'm gonna fucking rape you, bitch!
Bro.
I can't. Bro, I can't.
This is so much worse than I thought. Oh, Austin. Oh my god, dude. This is actually fucking 10 times worse than I thought. I didn't go through this whole thread. I literally, I saw, the first 2 clips, and I was just like, oh god, this is bad.
Because I can't do it.
I don't know. I have to look, bro. But fucking, I thought all I did was look at the first 2 clips, and I was like, okay, let me just copy the link to this thread, and then we'll react to the rest on the podcast. Holy shit, dude! What the fuck?
Shane, hold on, Billy. Shane, what's rape?
So then the thread continues here. There's one more clip. So it says a large amount of the responses I've been seeing are are other people who watched this at a young age who didn't realize how sexual it was. I'm also seeing a lot of parents need to watch their kids comments. Please watch this intro and tell me it doesn't look like a little kid series. So this is the intro for for Ask Millie. So so basically it's like it says Ask Millie in pink and then the puppet like is like smiling. It looks like a fucking kid's intro.
Great.
And then their final comment on this thread says, "If you are saying you don't care about their past and will continue to watch them, you are an enabler. I'm not a fan of cancel culture and I think it's toxic. However, when someone has done this much absurd shit in the past, it gets to a point where they are simply bad people." And that is the thread, Austin. And then after I found this thread, I said, because Austin, they defended this show, believe it or not, and they said that it was edgy humor and people should be able to joke about whatever they want. And Shane Dawson said that he didn't do anything wrong, Austin. I said, bro, what the fuck, in all caps, right there.
I just.
But you want to know what the worst part of it is, Austin, that I was saving for the end of this part?
What?
Is the fact that even though they said it was Sesame Street for adults, the fact that these motherfuckers said that this was made for children. They made
No.
this
Nah.
for children to watch.
Nah, bro. Nah. No. 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 No.
Well, thankfully, that brings us to the end of the Hey It's Millie saga, because the channel only lasted 2 years, and then once all this shit got rediscovered in 2020, the Fine Bros and Shane Dawson, they fucking tried to wipe this shit from the internet, Austin. And I know in one of the videos that was on this channel, they didn't put it in the thread, but one of the videos they did on this channel, that is where fucking Benny Fine was in blackface. It was on this channel. So So, what did you think of Hey It's Millie, Austin, before we
I
move
don't
on?
want to think about it. Go to the next thing. I don't care. I want out of this hellhole.
So then we move on to their next big controversy, probably their biggest controversy, the 2016 React World controversy. I'm sure you've heard of this one. How could you not? This was all over YouTube at the time. So, the Fine Brothers created React World, which was supposed to be their own online space for people to be able to make reaction videos easier without having to deal with YouTube, and people would just have to give them a percentage of their revenue. And then I said, and then these motherfuckers tried to copyright the term React, and it turned into a whole fucking disaster. Fucking, so did I put more about that? Oh yeah, there. I did have some more notes on the Hey It's Millie stuff.
Great. So we're
So,
not out of the hellhole.
so I said here. This is another video I watched. I said here, I said, bro, now some of the kids that watched this shit back in the day commented on the videos recently saying that, well, commenting on the re-uploads, saying that they thought it was funny at the time, but now when they look back at it, they understand how fucking fucked it actually is. You cannot do this to children, Fine Brothers. And then I said, bro, they had a fucking video where Benny Fine dressed up in blackface and Shane Dawson was laughing at it. I said, keep in mind, Shane Dawson also did blackface, so I'm not surprised he found it funny. And then I said, the Fine Brothers tried to wipe all these videos off YouTube, but people ended up re-uploading them, and they were rediscovered in 2020. And it was because the Fine Brothers got fucked because in 2020 is when everybody was trying to cancel Shane Dawson, and they were bringing up Shane Dawson's past, and then they found this shit, and then the Fine Brothers got fucked. So,
Jesus fucking Christ.
so that is the last fucking notes that I had on the Hey It's Millie shit, and then um more details on the React World stuff. So I said the Fine Brothers tried to trademark the word React, and a trademark is different from copyright. And I said here because copyright applies to anything like movies, songs, and works of art, but trademarking is completely different and it's way more restrictive. Copyright applies to original works, and trademarking applies to anything that identifies businesses with their brand. And then I gave an example here. Basically, the Fine Brothers trying to trademark the word React would be like if Lay's tried to trademark potato chips, or if Monopoly tried to trademark board games, for an example. Then I said they got so much backlash from the React World stuff that they put out an apology video and retracted their trademark of the word React, but their apology was so half-assed and not genuine, and you could tell that they were mad that they even had to retract it in the first place. So,
Jesus.
fucking, that was the React World stuff. I remember when that was going on. It was so
Yeah.
fucking bad, bro,
Because
and
the dumbasses
everybody
tried to
fucking
trademark
hated
it.
the Fine Bros.
Because you can't trademark the word React. It's not possible, dude. It's not.
Oh, well, they tried. And you know what else they did, Austin? Did you know these motherfuckers sent a cease and desist to Ellen?
To Ellen, brother. you
Because
fucking.
on one of her shows, she had kids reacting to videos. So the Fine Brothers sent her a cease and desist, claiming that Ellen was trying to steal React from them.
I'm sorry. I don't like Ellen because Ellen's a piece of shit, but she is cutthroat. Like, straight up. Like, especially at that time, she was fucking cutthroat. Why the fuck would you were making a death wish if you ever went at her. Straight up.
Yeah.
Like,
So now we get into their last big controversy, which was the racism allegations, which
oh
at
god.
this point aren't even allegations, they were true. So this is pretty much what killed React. Well, the React World stuff started it, but this is really what fucking killed it. So so oh, I also wanted to bring this up. I don't know if you've seen this clip. Have you seen the clip where someone asked fucking Shotgun Willie what it was like to be on React? Have you seen that clip?
I have not, no.
Hold on, let me see if I can find the clip. 'Cause it's not that long. on. Shotgun Willie React. And of course it doesn't fucking come up. Come on, YouTube. Okay, fucking.
When you were on
So the clip is called "The Truth About Kids React." So this has Shotgun Willie, and then this also has another one of the kids that was on Kids React. So here's the
Alright.
clip.
do you think maybe you can give us? Think maybe you.
Hold on. Fucking,
It's kind of fire, bro. When you were on Kids React, do you think maybe you can give us the contact information? Because that would be like a way better connect right now than, this right here.
Not true. Check the numbers, yo. Kids React, Teens React fell off. Fuck the Fine Bros.
Did you have to sign an NDA when you were fired? Like, are you not allowed to reveal secrets anymore?
Did we have to sign an NDA?
Were you on Teens React too? Wait, can you come?
We're just cringe and let us speak our mind on a show about speaking our mind.
They were on our fucking dick and balls, bro. That shit sucked. So we couldn't say nothing.
Let's say that you started to give an answer that was like your real opinion.
They would just cut it out the video, honestly.
They wouldn't put it in, bro. They'd ask questions that were like pointing you towards the direction of a certain answer.
Walking out of there being like, yeah, I'm not about to be in this episode at all.
So that was a clip from Shotgun Willie and the other dude that were on Kids React of what it was really like on there, Austin.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So, and I put notes about it here. I said, so there's a clip of Shotgun Willie talking about his experience on React and how they treated him. And when he was trying to be himself, they didn't want him to do that and then they tried to force everybody to spew out their political beliefs. And the reason wasn't even because the Fine Brothers supported it. They only did it because they knew they would make more money on YouTube if they were family friendly and pushed all the woke political stuff. And then I said, all they cared about was the money, and the reactors suffered for it by getting treated badly and being held to a higher standard because they were the reactors, even though it was everything that the Fine Brothers wanted them to do and say. And basically the reactors would take the brunt of the criticism while the Fine Brothers just sat back and made money off of easy views because they knew how to get easy views on the platform. So they tried to pander to what was popular at the time as a way to get views, and also tried to be inclusive and woke just so they wouldn't get canceled, not even for the fact that they believed in it, because they didn't. They only did it so they wouldn't get canceled and so they would make money. And I said, what the fuck? That's so fucked up. And these motherfuckers would make kids talk about political topics on Kids React just so they could make easy money off of it. And then I said, now on to the racism stuff. That's what I put in my notes. I said, there was so much terrible things going on behind the scenes at FBE, and the Fine Brothers never addressed any of the issues, and and if so, and then it became a terrible work environment because nothing was done about any of the issues. And I said some of the reactors on the show were complete assholes and just wouldn't talk to anybody until the cameras were on. Then they would act like completely different people. And when they were on camera, they would act all laughing and happy, but then off camera they would be complete dickheads. Management and staff had unprecedented expectations for work rate for the reactors, and everybody was completely overworked because the Fine Brothers just wanted to pump out more and more and more and more content. And then I said here, the Fine Brothers would micromanage over every little detail, even down to the thumbnails, and they didn't want to let anybody be themselves. And then I put another note here. I said, these fucking assholes. I said, so the fucking Fine Brothers sat there and would berate the reactors, especially women, if they didn't like their performance and would say that they weren't good enough and would berate them and say that they wouldn't have a career or family and would be reprimanded for their performances.
Brother.
And then I said there was systemic racism and sexism throughout the company. And then I said, brother, so there were people of color that worked in the company, and the Fine brothers would sit there and overlook them for positions that they were more than qualified for, and they would only hire white men for those positions.
Should
Some
I
of the
get
people... Oh, go ahead.
just out of curiosity? I know I'm interrupting you, but should I get a PNG of fucking the puppet?
I mean, I guess, because it's not like it's a real child, but fucking...
Okay.
Oh, and you know, don't forget about the puppet because that's another part of these notes because some of the reactors came out and said that the Fine Bros had the Millie puppet in the studio on like a trophy shelf, and they had like a picture of the puppet, so they're legitimately proud of that series. Like they legitimately are fucking proud, and they displayed the puppet fucking proudly, bro. So.
Brother.
But I said here, some of the people at the company would tell the female employees that the reason they didn't have jobs was because they were women and would make comments about them looking this was the Fine Bros saying this, by the way. They would make comments about them looking sexy and would be inappropriate asking them what kind of underwear they were wearing. And then I said here, apparently in upper management, meaning the Fine brothers, they made comments about Asian people saying that nobody can tell them apart.
Seriously, right now, we're really doing this, dude.
Yep, it's the fucking Fine Bros, bro. They fucking did this shit. One of the reactors named Michelle. So this is another fucked part, and I have a screenshot to read for this. So one of the reactors named Michelle Austin had a stalker that was continually harassing her, and she reached out to the Fine brothers for help, and they told her, figure it out on your own. And I said, what the actual fuck? That's the note I put under that.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Let me see if I can find the... Okay, so... Fucking... Here's the screenshot. So... Basically, this is the email that she sent the Fine brothers. It said, concerns about a stalker. She said, a new account is made every 4 to 5 hours, and he harasses and leaves me weird messages on my page saying how everyone will die and how I will die. He's targeted a lot of Asian female Instagrammers, including myself. At first, I used to block and delete the messages, but now they're so incredibly overwhelming that I just don't feel safe anymore. I did personal research, and this person is a mentally unstable 40-year-old man from Texas. I don't really know what I can do about this, and I wanted to know if I could reach out to Fine Bros Entertainment for help, or if I can file a report of some sort. Thank you for your time. So sorry for bringing this to your attention. And the Fine Bros told her, figure it out on your own. So,
Dude.
that's not the first time they've said that, by the way. I have so much to read. I have so much to read. I have so much to read. Oh, God. Okay. Back to my notes here. Where did I fucking leave off on the notes here? Oh my god, I have so much notes, dude. Oh my god. Um, um, okay, so this is where we get into the more racist stuff. So, another reactor named Kennedy, she actually like put out a video about everything that happened at Fine Bros to her. She was asking for help against racist death threats she was getting because basically her and a bunch of other people of color that were on the video that the Fine Bros did, because the Fine Bros, Austin, they did a video about Black Lives Matter, and the Fine Bros wanted to supposedly show their support for Black Lives Matter, right? So after that video, Kennedy was getting racist death threats against her, and I said, uh, fucking basically, I said the fucking Fine Brothers uh, sat there and wanted to have this image on the surface that they actually cared about Black Lives Matter and would put people of color in their videos even though they actually didn't really care about it. And then I said, and behind the scenes, racist stuff was going on whenever people of color that were reactors would get racist comments or death threats. The company and the Fine Brothers told them to handle it on their own.
Oh.
And then I said, Austin, get this. I said, brother, they are actually so fucked up because they had a similar situation with a white woman getting death threats, and the Fine Brothers helped her and gave her all the resources that she needed.
Dude.
I had to fucking take a drink there. So, then I said, so the actors that they put in the Black Lives Matter video, didn't get paid. They didn't get paid because it was supposed to be a fundraiser. And then I said the Fine Bros made a tweet supporting Black Lives Matter, and people were commenting saying that it was the biggest load of bullshit that they've ever seen. And apparently, the actors had no time to prepare for the video, and were told by the Fine Brothers to keep their Black Lives Matter speeches under 2 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
And then I said, bro, what the fuck? The actors in the Black Lives Matter video had to wait several fucking months after the video came out to receive their paychecks. Hold on, let me see if can I find the screenshot of the Fine Brothers tweeting about the fucking Black Lives Matter shit. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. I thought I had the screenshot of it. Hold on. I have so many screenshots, it's fucking ridiculous. Is it in my other screenshots up here? Did I just not screenshot it? What the fuck? I thought I did. Hold on. Let me go to my screenshots real quick. I could have swore I screenshotted it.
Jesus.
Apparently I didn't. I could have swore I did. Hold on, let me see if I could look it up. Fine Bros, Black Lives. Wow. When I type in Fine Bros Black Lives, right? The first thing that comes up is Fine Bros Blackface in the recommended searches.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. Black Lives Matter tweets. Did they fucking... I know they fucking did. I saw it in the fucking video that I was watching. God damn it. I have to go back to this fucking video. I swear to God, I thought I took a screenshot of this, bro. What the fuck? It actually pisses me off that I have to go back to this shit. Because I thought I had all this shit ready to go. I think I put the video I was watching in my liked videos. Yeah, here it is. By the way, a lot of this information I got from this YouTuber named, his name is U2Voos.
Jesus.
fucking.
Been painted over. Something going on behind the scenes.
I'm trying to fucking.
I felt.
So.
I was.
Okay, hold on. I could have swore they had like a screenshot of the Fine Brothers fucking tweet about it. Okay, what the fuck ever. I can't be bothered to try to find it. Basically, they put like 3 tweets and they were just saying like, oh, support Black Lives Matter and this and that, and oh, do everything you can, spread the message, and oh, we here at Fine Brothers care about fucking people of color and all this shit. Like they just went on and on about it. Um, fucking so fucking. God damn it, fucking. I gotta go fucking try to find where I was. Okay, so continuing here, fucking, I said apparently management at FBE made it intentional to not have people of color in their thumbnails, and then
Oh, Jesus.
a former employee said that the Fine Brothers wanted to benefit from diversity, but not benefit diversity.
Oh.
Fucking. So, there was concerns about racism and sexism, and management were just completely oblivious to it, and it was a complete shit show where they had a terrible employee turnover rate, and over 20-something people left the company. The Fine Brothers openly preached Black Lives Matter, but internally behind the scenes they were completely different. And then I said, so the fucking Fine Brothers sat there and tried to apologize for all the racist and sexist shit and all that stuff, like Hey It's Millie and blackface and all that, but nobody bought their apology, which I do have their fucking apology. I know I have that. Yeah, so this was posted on Benny Fine's Twitter in 2020, Austin. So this is after like the racist shit came up and the fucking Hey It's Millie shit got exposed as well. So the Fine Brothers, this is their apology. You ready to hear this crock of shit? So the Fine Brothers say, early in our careers, we set out to make scripted comedy sketches and shorts that were designed to be edgy. In retrospect, it is clear to us that many of them were in fact simply offensive and hurtful, and we are deeply ashamed. Yeah, sure you are. This includes, in 2009, helping make television parodies on YouTube that included Benny portraying African American actors by appearing in blackface. This was inexcusable, never appropriate, and we are profoundly sorry. We have not been those people for a long time. Over the past decade, FBE has tried to use our platform as a force for good.
Really now? Really now?
Mm-hmm.
Brother? Okay. Right.
Making videos to speak out against racism,
Okay.
sexism, homophobia, and bullying, too.
Okay.
Which is all stuff they did behind the scenes. But while we incorrectly thought that creating content at our company to help the fight against many different kinds of discrimination was enough to make amends, it is clear to us that we should have done more. We owe our colleagues, partners, staff, talent, and fans a frank examination of our past and an admission that, whatever our intentions may have been, We made terrible errors in our judgment. Where have I heard that before?
A lot of places.
And then they continue here on the next one. They say, and we stand firmly with the movement to dismantle discrimination. We have not done enough personally in this mission, and we know that we will be judged by our actions, not merely our words. Oh my God. We promise to do better, starting with the following pledges. Here's their pledges. We will increase diversity and improve employment practices at FBE.
Dude.
This includes a commitment to increase diversity of our staff overall, with an initial goal to have at least 35% of our staff be BIPOC or Latinx by 2021. I don't know what that means. We will give FBE's platform over to unprecedented voices and causes once a month, the first of which will again cover the Black Lives Matter movement. So this must have been before the disaster of the Black Lives Matter video that they did. So
Jesus.
then they said we are in support of the Black Lives Matter movement. Additionally, we will be personally donating to the Black Lives Matter movement through the NAACP. And their next one, we will undertake a thorough examination of our company in consultation with outside experts to ensure that we implement and follow the best practices on all issues to do with diversity and inclusion. We view our past content with disgust and shame. We know we have a lot of work to do to try to make it right, and we promise to do so. The Fine brothers. Yeah, they find it disgusting and shameful, but they put their fucking puppet on fucking display, and we're fucking proud of it, bro. But you're gonna tell me that you were disgusted and ashamed. Go fuck yourself. You guys are nothing but a bunch of fucking liars, bro. So, let me go back to where I was. So, to continue here, apparently during filming, the Fine brothers would make comments or jokes about racism and pedophilia.
Great.
But they were disgusted, Austin. They were disgusted at their past actions, but they kept doing it. They kept doing it, but they were disgusted, though, is what they said in the apology. And then, continuing my notes here, I said, these motherfuckers, bro, I swear to God. And I said, years after the Hey It's Millie ended, employees came out and said that the Fine brothers are still proud of it. What the actual fuck, you fucking sick, disturbed fucking pedophiles. What the actual fuck? Why the fuck are they still proud of that? Why? With like 10 exclamation points. I was pissed. And then I said, I said, these motherfuckers, bro, I swear to God, like, I was getting red in the face hearing all this. I said, there was an employee that actually tried to do something about the racism and sexism because the Fine brothers would not do fucking shit about it, even though they sat there and was like, oh, we promise that we're going to change, and we promise that we're going to make the necessary changes, and we're going to make a better work environment. They didn't do shit. They didn't do fucking shit. And one employee, Austin, tried to take it into her own hands to actually try to do something about it. And you know what the Fine Bros did? You know what the Fine Bros did, Austin?
What, Devin?
They fired her.
Oh.
They fired her for actually trying to do something. They fucking fired her, bro.
What?
Then I said here, So the Fine brothers kept saying that they were going to implement changes until 2020 when people rediscovered Hey It's Millie in the blackface video, which caused a mass exodus of over 20 employees because they wanted to stand with Kennedy, who was leading the charge. And a lot of them were core reactors to the channel. And then I said that they put out an apology and promising that they would do better and make changes going forward, but they didn't do any of it and continued pumping out content because all they cared about was making money, even though they were losing tens of millions of views and so many subscribers, but they didn't care. They didn't care. They didn't give a single shit about trying to do better or changing or trying to do what was right. So, oh my lord, dude. So, fucking, oh, dude. So, before I get to the ending of my notes, it's time to read the screenshots, Austin. So buckle up. We're gonna be here for a while because there's so much.
You realize this whole goddamn podcast has already been like an hour and a half.
I know. Blame the fucking Fine brothers, bro. And every fucking person was putting out a goddamn statement, and they had multiple fucking apologies, and then it was just controversy. Oh, this employee comes out about this. This employee comes out with this story. This employee remembers this fucked up thing, and this fucked up thing, and this fucking thing, and this fucking thing, and that fucking thing. I fucking hate all of them, bro. Not the fucking people that were coming out about it, but the fucking all the goddamn shit that the fucking Fine brothers were doing, bro. Jesus Christ, it was just, when I was doing my research, it was just one after another, after another, after another. I was just like, holy shit, how much shit did they do? Holy fuck, dude. Fucking hell. It was getting to a point where I had to screenshot this shit every like 2 seconds in this video, and it took me like a fucking goddamn fucking 20-something minutes of just screenshotting, Austin. Like, oh my god, it was so bad. So, I'm just gonna read the screenshots in the order that I have them on here. So, the Fine brothers' former employees said, were talented creatives, but micromanaged everything from pitch meetings to the thumbnails on videos, seemingly reluctant to relinquish control over anything. The management that was brought in appeared to act as yes men, according to these employees. Some said the dynamic perpetuated implicit biases. Neither Raffi or Benny Fine responded to requests for comment on the allegations. An FBE spokesperson said on the brothers' behalf that they, quote, shared their feelings during multiple full-time staff meetings and apologized about their regret for lots of content they produced during their early careers. The next screenshot says, they felt they were inappropriate. Raffi Fine did not respond. Basically, people were saying they thought Raffi was like extremely inappropriate. And it says here, Austin, Raffi Fine did not respond to requests for comment. Fucking one of the former reactors that was named Montoya says, to them it was nothing more than a joke, which they all laughed at, while to me it was embarrassing and humiliating. 4 former staff members, 3 women and 1 man, recalled a meeting in which a team of 5 male managers, including Raffi Fine, called them in to berate them about their performance. They said they were reprimanded for their work ethic and told they couldn't expect to have a career or family. The quote here says, it was for sure like a hey girls, you're getting out of line kind of meeting, a producer who was present said. It felt like it was just the white men telling me what to do.
Oh my god.
And then So her name is Julie Montoya. She worked for the company for 5 years until 2018. Fucking and another former producer who used to manage FBE's community team, known as the C Team. They both identify as people of color and said the Fine brothers overlooked them for promotions and jobs that they were way more than qualified for, while white men who had less experience were hired above them. At the time Montoya and this producer were working at FBE, they said most of their managers were white. Montoya said she was stressed all the time because she used to receive frequent emails from the Fine brothers listing all the things I did wrong and bashing me. The next screenshot. Some former white employees and reactors who spoke with Insider also said white employees were prioritized. A former reactor, Ethan James, who left in June 2020 before the company released its statements, said that when he worked there that people of color, editors, producers, or anything were not getting any opportunities to succeed. The view of one former researcher was that the company was blind to many of its cultural issues because everyone there considered themselves to be woke. They thought they were so liberal, so they thought they were blameless. And then the next screenshot says, yet interviews with 26 former employees and cast members paint a different picture. In addition to allegations that they experienced a toxic culture and racism when they worked there, some of these employees alleged that they experienced or witnessed casual sexism at the company that they said went to the top of management, being the Fine brothers. Some claimed there were instances in which remarks were made about women's underwear and appearance at work. The FBE company culture, they said, was one that seemed primarily to benefit white men. One person said the way she was spoken to in a meeting was embarrassing and humiliating. Julie Montoya told Insider that she was subjected to inappropriate comments during meetings. During a 2015 pitch session in which she was the only woman in the meeting, Montoya said Raffi Fine asked her what kind of underwear she was wearing. Two other people in the meeting did not remember such a comment specifically, but 6 other people who were not present said they remember comments made by Raffi Fine they felt were inappropriate. So it seems like fucking Raffi is the worst of the two brothers.
How
Oh my
many
God.
screenshots are we on so far?
That is 7.
Out of how many?
Like 40 something, bro.
Fuck.
I told you this was long. I told you,
Fuck,
bro. One, I already fucking read that one. People said they personally experienced harassment or sexism. 13 people said they personally experienced or witnessed harassment or sexism while working for the Fine brothers. One former production assistant told Insider that an older reactor once told her she looked very sexy. In 2016, when she walked out of a room in which he was filming, 2 former staff members said they witnessed that incident. One, who is a former producer, told Insider that the same reactor said to her and the production assistant, quote, "In my days, none of you guys would have jobs because you're women." So, one employee said it felt as if the white men in the room were egging each other on. 2 former staff members said that in meetings, upper management were insensitive about Asian people and suggested no one could tell them apart. A former creative director who left the company in September 2020 denied saying anything to this effect. Fucking the quote here says, "I have a lot of patience as a person of color." said a former gaming producer who was in the meeting and identifies as Asian. I've experienced racism. I have a tolerance for it to a certain degree if I know this person just doesn't know any better. These people knew better. The next page here, a quote says, I don't think sexism from them got much attention on Twitter. One former staff member said, I think they only care about saving face. Julie Montoya said she felt that sexism was so inherent when she was at the company that it was hard to continually explain why certain behaviors and ideas were harmful. She said, I think that type of thinking was so ingrained, she said. It was just a losing battle trying to get through to them.
Brother.
Then fucking Kennedy put a video called Why I Decided to Stand Up for Myself, and she said FBE would do everything right on the surface, making videos about Black Lives Matter and hiring reactors who were people of color, but behind the scenes, she received racially charged death threats and harassment from viewers and had to handle them on her own despite asking the Fine brothers for help. Okay, so this is the tweet. I found it that the Fine brothers put about Black Lives Matter. They put this on June 1st, 2020. The official React Twitter put Black Lives Matter. Keep talking about this. Keep posting about this. Don't be silent. If you're able to consider supporting organizations that are mobilizing to help, every contribution counts no matter the size. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. And someone named Cynthia quote tweeted it and said, I completely missed these details from the start. Just found out that the reactors in FBE's Black Lives Matter video were not paid. The reactors were given less than a day to prepare for the video and were told to compress their stories as black people in America to under 2 minutes.
Brother.
And some of the comments on their tweet read, ugh, the more I learn about this, the whole situation, oh my god, the more I learn about this whole situation, the grosser it is. Someone named Sam says, a company that branded itself as we are a family no matter color of skin, pretty interesting. Can y'all believe that character Millie is how they started Kids React? Holy fuck. Another
That's how they
person,
started. No, that's how they
I guess
started Kids
so.
React.
I guess fucking so, dude.
How? Nah, there's just no way. That's how they started Kids React. There's just no fucking way, brother. Like we're getting to a point where I just don't know what to believe anymore. What the fuck is happening? Like what the fuck, dude?
I don't even fucking know. My fucking throat hurts from all this reading. But this person named Caitlin says, every time I think there cannot possibly be more bullshit in regards to FBE, I see another tweet. This is ridiculous. And Cynthia replied and said, that's been me every day of this. Like, oh, maybe that's the end of it. Nope, they tweet again. So another screenshot here says, reactors who are often aspiring actors or influencers are usually paid for spending time in the FBE studio, but Kennedy said the black creators encouraged to take part in the BLM video to describe instances in their life where they felt unsafe or looked down on as a black person weren't initially going to be paid. The company backtracked on that decision after receiving backlash. So they only paid them because they got backlash. Wow, Benny and Rafi. Wow. Yet it took months for reactors to receive their paychecks. The CEO named Hustvit, who joined the company in 2018, told Insider in an email in August that the holdup in payments was the result of a switch to a new payroll service provider.
Cap.
This person named Bryn Schuller says, as their former graphic designer, I also remember being asked to remove one of the POC because they didn't want the two POC on the thumbnail, basically people of color. But two white people on a thumbnail was totally fine, truly awful and disgusting. And then someone named Marcus, who was also a producer, said, it was never outright said, but as a producer, when getting episode thumbnails approved, we came to learn that they wanted to benefit from the diversity, but not benefit diversity. Thumbnails with two people of color, at least as long as the fine still directly gave notes on them, would be denied. So the Fine Bros were denying putting people of color in the thumbnails.
Dude.
Oh my god. Then the next screenshot, it also allowed many staff members to highlight possible prejudices and insensitivities and led to an ongoing and active dialogue about the kind of content that was being created, they said, adding that the Fine brothers have always endeavored to feature a majority of unprecedented voices in FBE's content. Brooklyn Fenton, another former reactor turned employee, said, she was told at times that having a reactor with lighter skin on the left of the thumbnail, where viewers would tend to see them first, appeals to the fans.
You can't say that. You just can't. You can't say that, bro.
Well, they did. They fucking did, bro. 6 sources told Insider they were sometimes told to put a person with a lighter skin tone on the left, and several other former employees said publicly on Twitter that this had happened to them as well. And now this one's just full of fucking quotes. One quote here says, neither brother directly responded to Insider's request for comment on the allegations. Another quote says, many problems stemmed from former leaders who are no longer with the company. That was after the Fine Bros left, so that's who they were talking about. Another quote says, to them it was nothing more than a joke which they all laughed at, while to me it was embarrassing and humiliating. Another quote is, neither Raffi or Benny Fine responded to requests to comment on the allegations. Another quote said, the manager in question did not respond for comment. Another one is, neither FBE nor its lawyers responded directly to the allegations. Another one is, I don't know exactly who was supposed to do it, said the Vice President of Growth and Platforms. Another one is, Hudsvit told Insider an HR investigation was launched into the matter, but Rosario Price left the company before it was completed. Then the next screenshot said, in further tweets, the quote is, the culture was so entrenched that they were so unwilling to hear our demands for changes that the employee turnover became larger than the company's actual size. The brothers released a statement apologizing for their terrible errors in judgment and ultimately decided to take a step back from FBE following the backlash. They have not yet responded to the allegations. A former researcher told Insider that the FBE staff, quote, profit from the idea that they are diverse without valuing it authentically. They try to capitalize and commercialize on it as much as they can. Oh, Austin, get this. The Fine Brothers lawyers said that race wasn't a factor in decisions such as thumbnails.
Dude. They're capping so hard.
Oh, fuck, dude. Holy shit. So, fucking... Then the next screenshot says, FBE reactors were ranked in a tier system. On June 11th, Kennedy posted a video about her decision to stop working for FBE. It was widely shared by other former reactors and FBE staff. After the video circulated, 11 of Kennedy's fellow reactors quit in solidarity. Former employees then started publicly talking about a tier system they'd heard about ranked reactors. The system, two former employees said, dictated how often the reactors should appear in videos. The highest tier was prioritized, and the lowest tier was relegated to fewer appearances. FBE's former head of casting and talent development, Stephen Causey, was laid off during the pandemic. He told Insider that a tiered system was used while he was at the company, and said that the list for each tier came from Raffi Fine while he was at the company. It seemed to him that there were more white people at the top.
Dude.
So then following Kennedy's video, other former staff members publicly shared their stories of working at FBE. Jonathan Rosario Price, who identifies as Mexican American, stopped working with Fine Bros last summer after nearly 6 years as a reactor. He told Insider that he reported harassment he experienced from another reactor who was white and had a larger profile than he did to management. He said this reactor made derogatory remarks to him about Mexicans and justified slavery by concluding that the unemployment was really low. During a party at the reactor's house. The party was not a company event, but staff were present there. Rosario Price said he felt powerless while the reactor was making jokes because nobody else at the party stood up for him. He said he reported the incident to the CEO on a phone call, and he dismissed it as barroom talk.
Barroom talk? Dude.
Rosario Price said, "You're ignoring people of color. To not do everything you can to rectify that as a person in power to make it safe for other people is disgusting." And the next screenshot, past accusations of casual racism went all the way up to management, several people said. Fucking... At an after-work party around Halloween 2018, one former producer for FBE said, "The Fine Brothers showed an old video in which they played racist caricatures, including a drug dealer named Cuban Pete."
Dude.
A quote here says, "What that showed me was there was a lack of sensitivity, a lack of understanding to how that might be perceived." An FBE spokesperson said the video in question was a commercial parody that made at 11 and 13 years old, made small reference to Cuban Pete, a character in songs sung by Jim Carrey in the movie The Mask. It was released around the same time the video was made, they said, and was the cultural zeitgeist at the time.
Dude.
Oh my god. Fucking... So, one of the reactors quote tweeted that thread I was reading you about, "Hey, it's Millie."
Oh.
And you want to know what the Fine Brothers did? So,
I don't. That's the thing. I don't want to know anymore. I don't.
So she says, the Fine Brothers, so keep in mind she's a former employee. She said, "The Fine Brothers set my company email password in 2016 to Millie Rocks 2016. So the company still felt proud of this character 4 to 5 years after it debuted."
Dude.
And then there's a picture the Cynthia chick posted and said, "Confirmed, FBE loved Millie well after 2012. This picture from 2015 where they made the staff take pictures to display their rank." Apparently Cynthia was also on FBE. Basically fucking So, wow. So the rank, Austin, the reactors are at the bottom of the rank, and then like the managers are on like the mid rank, and then the top rank, I shit you not, is the Fine Brothers and the fucking puppet. So they rank this fucking puppet above their entire fucking staff, Austin. What the fuck? Dude.
I just
That's how fucking proud they were of that shit. Dude. Fucking hell. Oh my god. So the next screenshot, the Fine Brothers brought the whole company together for a town hall style meeting to discuss videos. 4 people who were present said the Fine Brothers showed up late and were very defensive, calling the videos edgy comedy. This is what they were telling their employees about the videos that came out. And Austin, do you want to know their excuse for the pedo shit and the racist shit and the rape shit?
sure.
The Fine Bros defended it by calling themselves the Trey Parker and Matt Stone of YouTube.
No.
And if you don't know who those people are, they are the creators of South Park. So they are comparing themselves to the creators of fucking South Park. But South Park, as much fuck shit as that show is, they weren't even this fucked. You wanna know why? Because it's a fucking show about fucking cartoon characters, not grown men talking to a fucking puppet about fucking it, pretending it's an 8-year-old. Oh my god, my fucking throat hurts. A former staff member said that was always their excuse, was that they were the Trey Parker and Matt Stone. I would love to know what Trey Parker and Matt Stone think of the Fine Brothers. I swear to God, they probably hate these motherfuckers too, dude. Oh my god. Fucking. One former employee who was laid off in 2019 told Insider that she was hired as director of programming and content strategy in an attempt to make their content more inclusive and highlight prejudice. Oh wait, I read that one already. Another quote here: "They hired me with the hopes of change, but it didn't happen because when I tried to instill any change, they said I was wrong." So, Austin, do you want to know all the reactors that left React over all this shit?
Sure. Fucking hell.
I'm gonna put the image of it in the fucking, not in the podcast thumbnail, but in the clip thumbnail I make of this. So, the reactors that left the Fine Bros, a lot of them I recognize from the videos, because I used to watch React as well. So all the employees that left in the mass exodus because of all this racism shit and the hey it's Millie shit was Eric, Tori, Alberto, Seth, Michaela, Shar, Kennedy, Sergio, Jonathan, Marley, Deontay, Faith, Ray, Ethan W., Ethan J., Sheila, Trudy, and Ari all left.
Oh my god, dude.
So then I have a tweet here to read from Kennedy because she put a statement on her Twitter. She said, "I can't stay silent about this. Yesterday," so keep in mind, this happened right fucking after she filmed for the Black Lives Matter stuff. She said, "Yesterday it was brought to my attention by several people that the Fine Brothers directed, wrote, and participated in videos where one of them was in blackface. I want to clarify that prior to filming the recent Black Lives Matter episode, I had no knowledge about the blackface. I am shocked, saddened, and hurt, and have been blindsided and flat out used especially since they have not owned up to their actions. Additionally, I sent the company an email before the Black Lives Matter video went out simply asking for support in tackling vitriol or hate that would possibly come towards the black reactors who shared their stories to 20 million people. I sent this email because the last time I shared my experience as a black person on the channel, I had to deal with death threats on my own, one of which I had to take seriously. To this day, the company has been silent, not responding to my email, despite their seemingly disingenuous Blackout Tuesday post urging followers not to be silent. For these reasons and a few others, I have decided to leave the channel. I know a lot of you who follow me know me from React, and I want to thank you for your support over the years. I'm going to continue putting out content on my social media, and I'm excited for what comes in the future. Then Shar puts out a tweet and says, I have a quality filter on, but the blackface FBE videos have been brought to my attention as well as Kennedy's statement. I am incredibly disappointed and disgusted. My final appearance with the network was and will be the BLM video that I lent my voice to. Then Ethan James replies to, quote tweets Kennedy's tweet and says, the best part about the Fine Brothers since the start was the family that's been created with the staff and reactors over the years. The show is temporary, but the family is forever. I stand by Kennedy and promise to help make a difference. As of today, I am leaving FBE. And then Marley put a tweet and said, I stand with Kennedy and have decided to sever ties at FBE. You must take responsibility for your actions. I am so disappointed to see you put views over the safety and support of the people you call family. And as far as the blackface video goes, it's abhorrent. You knew better. And then Tori puts a tweet and says, I stand with Kennedy. This is not okay. Fine Brothers, where's the accountability? You have a diverse cast that includes many black reactors who deserve an apology. Do better. Then Ray puts a fucking tweet and says, I am leaving FBE and the React series. I really hope FBE learns from these mistakes and reforms the way they create content, especially within the treatment of the staff and POC reactors. My heart goes out to anyone affected by their actions, and I hope change is made. Then Eric puts a tweet and says, hey, Fine Bros, please don't preach things that you don't practice just because they're topical this week. Apologize for your past and do better. Your cast is asking for a change. Oh my god, there's like fucking 5 more screenshots. Fucking
Jesus Christ.
4 more screenshots, I think. So the Fine Brothers who founded the company and who were at the helm in its early years may have had more insight. CEO Mark Hudsford told Insider that the brothers had stepped down from the day-to-day operations but were still involved with the company as the owners. At this writing, FBE has not confirmed whether it's still the case. And then fucking... Oh my god. So Cynthia puts a tweet and says, on Benny and Raffi not being active at FBE anymore. That is correct. They have stepped away from the company. That's a fluid situation. I don't think we're ready to talk about it. I don't think we're ready to talk about that yet. They love this company. They love you guys. They have some shit to work on. That allows us to do some work on the company, and we're trying to do some corrections. Fucking, that was what one of the management told her.
Jesus Christ.
And then this is the email that fucking React and FBE sent to all their staff members about the Fine Brothers stepping down. They say, I am writing to inform you all that Raffi and Benny Fine have formally submitted their resignations as President and Chief Creative Officer, and I have accepted them. As you all know, they stepped away initially for a month. Now, after a period of reflection, we have decided to make their departure permanent. From this point on, Raffi and Benny will no longer be employees of the company or have any involvement in its creative, operational, or day-to-day decision-making. It is now up to us to chart a new course. We together will build the future of our organization, and that starts with recognizing and living up to the shared values that will define us. I am inspired by your courage, resilience, and principles as a team over these challenging past few weeks. It makes us stronger. I admire and deeply respect you all, and I want to thank you for being so open and honest. Please take the time over the holiday, rest and recharge. You all deserve it. And I believe that is it. Let me just double check.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, another one of the reactors put a tweet. I forgot to read this one. Austin put a tweet. Fucking. During my time at FBE, it was clear there was a lack of representation in hiring practices and creative decision making across the company. Female, people of color workers of mine were treated unfairly by primarily white male upper management. Oh my god, is there any more? Fuck, I forgot. I forgot I have to read this. So, fucking React tweeted out a message from their CEO that I have to read. When the national conversation turned to the most important issue of our country's history, we wanted to hear from and share the messages of our reactors in This Is Our Story, and we thank everyone who watched and responded to that video. What we intended to be a reflection on what's going on in society as a whole also opened up important discussions about FBE, our family of staff and contributors. When it became clear that FBE had its own issues to resolve, this is from the CEO, fucking Mark fucking Hudsvit. He says, my leadership team and I spent several days listening to those voices and making sure we took on board everything they shared. It has been emotional, painful, and stressful, and extremely necessary. What we discovered is that there had been mistakes made by our founders in the past, as well as the more recent treatment of employees, past and present, that had not been openly and honestly discussed with our reactors or our staff in any meaningful way, and for that we are truly sorry. While we have added diverse faces and voices with unrepresented views to our cast and leadership team in the past 2 years, we know that is not enough. We need to do better. That is why we have committed to undertaking initiatives that will include not only encourage the hiring and upward mobility of people of color and Latin employees, and then fucking within the company, but also ingraining their voices and ideas into the DNA of all of our content moving forward, and not just when it's in the public spotlight. These initiatives include hiring an outside firm to examine our diversity and inclusion issues and work with us on a path forward with specific actions and changes in policies, launching a diversity and inclusion task force made up of employees to hold us accountable, a goal to significantly increase the number of people of color and Latin employees so that the makeup of our creative decision makers behind the scenes matches the diversity of the reactors you see on camera. We are grateful to our reactors who have either spoken publicly on this issue, oh my god, fucking hell, on this issue, fucking, or shared their concerns with us directly, and we apologize to any who feel that they were not being heard. I promise that we hear you and hope you will continue with us on this journey. To Kennedy, we apologize for not addressing your concerns in a timely or appropriate manner, and please know that it was a breakdown in communication among our team, and not a willful dismissal of your pleas. We have always placed a high priority on protecting our team members, that's Cap, and we always will. The open and frank discussions we have been having within FBE have been simultaneously disheartening and beautiful. Disheartening to hear what some of our team members have been going through, and beautiful because they were willing to be vulnerable enough to share it with me and the rest of the FBE family. Fucking now though, we must treat this as an opportunity to build on the momentum. And then Cynthia quote tweets it and says, 1, why did they only start listening to these issues now? He's been there since 2018. Number 2, are they compensating the employees who are going to be in the diversity task force? And number 3, why is it always on the other to teach white people how to treat them like capable human beings? And then Bryn Scholler replies and says, 100%, all of these issues were brought up 3+ years ago. There have been multiple company-wide meetings where we tried to address the issues, but there was absolutely no change or follow-up from management after each one. That's why this is so upsetting. And then the final screenshot that I have here, Austin, a number of people have alleged the Fine Brothers have already had other video makers' content removed from the internet. One critic on Reddit said they've used their leverage with YouTube to take down channels that were making kids react videos and seniors react videos. Addressing the issues, Benny Fine said, when you create series and products, sometimes there's specific situations where your content is being infringed, and in very rare cases, somebody produces a beat-by-beat version of your exact series, which has happened to us. Asked on Facebook whether people would be prevented from making a video called, for example, Kids React to Red Bull, the Fine Brothers replied, that is a trademark show name, so yes, that is correct. But clarifying their licensing plan on Facebook, the Fine Brothers posted, we are in no way claiming reaction content in general is our intellectual property, but they were. And they also say, we are not going after, shutting down, or suing anyone who makes reaction-based content, which is also cap. So, with all fucking that being fucking said, I am done. And so, because all that happened, the Fine Brothers decided to step down from the company. And do you want to know why, Austin? Because it's not what they were saying in the statement about, oh, we regret our past and this and that, and oh, we want to do better for the company. No, it's not that. You want to know the real reason? These pieces of shit, the real reason is because they wanted to step away from the company, and like the reason that like they're not on the internet anymore and basically they're radio silent at this point was not because they wanted to have change in the company or, you know, change their actions or apologize to anyone or take responsibility for what they done. No, the real reason is that they left and got off the internet so that way they can avoid being canceled.
Brother.
So they're running away from the internet to avoid being canceled anymore.
Brother.
So, and with that was the deep dive on the Fine Brothers. Now, they don't do shit anymore. And if you're wondering, what about React? Well, React is still a thing. They still make it, but it's fucking terrible now. None of the reactors that people liked are there anymore. I don't know if you've seen their newer videos. Their videos are so shit because they have multiple reactors like sitting together, and it doesn't even look like the same series. Like it is so like low quality. It's so ass, and they get like, bro, they like barely get any fucking views, and they lose so many subscribers. Like React is basically dead. Like it is fucking dead. No one watches it anymore. And they still make it. but no one cares. So, do you have any final thoughts on this Feinberg shit?
Fucking atrocity. It might be one of the worst things we've talked about on the podcast.
Oh, it's fucking bad. But, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that was the fucking history of the Fine Brothers. Holy shit, that was bad. Fuck's sake. All I gotta say about it is, fuck you, Shane Dawson. Fuck you, Mark fucking Hoodvent, or whatever your name is, for not doing shit. And fuck you, Fine Brothers. Fucking kill yourselves, you fucking pieces of shit. I'm glad you are gone from the internet. Go fucking, as Scott Steiner said, go shoot yourself, then hang yourself. Go fucking die, Fine Brothers. I swear to God, I fucking hate them, dude. Fuck the Fine Brothers is all I gotta say. So, I am done. That is my topic. So please, give me a fucking break from talking. My throat is killing me right now.
Alright. I will do that for you, Devin. Fucking.
Oh my god, dude, my throat hurts. After fucking all that yelling about the Fine Bros. You know another fucking cursed thing that I found out about them as well is like on one of their YouTubers react, you know they had fucking Mini Lad on there.
No. You know, they had Cow Chop at one point, and Cow Chop called them out on it because they didn't use any of their footage, and then they were never back to react. They never went back.
I know they had Matt Pat on there a lot.
Yeah.
But anyway, enough about the fucking Fine Bros, please. Fucking take over, please.
We have to talk about fucking Jazmyn Nix and her boyfriend because now fucking after we just so much has happened in the past like fucking couple months since we did the podcast, bro. Fucking but the Jazmyn Nix and her boyfriend were IRL streaming for whatever fucking reason. And fucking basically fucking her boyfriend was sitting there and making fun and laughing at a disabled person and shit. Here's the clip. Jazmyn Nix basically laughed at the joke too. So fuck her, cunt. But here's the clip.
Jesus.
What up, big man? Oh my god, he just fucking growled at me. Oh my god, he just growled at me. He just growled at me. He just growled at me like a fucking dog. Come. In my this gotta be India, huh? It gotta be India.
Yeah, he was also being racist as well. Yep.
Oh my god.
They speak English? Yes, ma'am.
You don't call me ma'am again.
I'm from the south. That's what we were using right there on our plantation.
So just a bunch of shit. Fucking. Basically, the dude, I don't even know her boyfriend's name, but the dude said that the reason he said all this racist, homophobic, and just ableist shit is because he had ADHD, Devin. That was his excuse. That was his fucking
Jesus
excuse.
Christ.
And now people are canceling Jazmyn Nix, and I don't fucking care because Jazmyn Nix is trash anyways. And people say she's hot. That's all she's got. Whatever. Fuck this cunt. And yeah, that was Jazmyn Nix topic. Like, what are your thoughts?
Yeah.
That's basically what happened.
I mean, fucking fuck her, but Like, I mean, because now this is like after the NXT saga, so it doesn't really fucking matter anyway, I guess. But fucking, I mean, I thought Jazmyn Nix was fine. Like, I didn't have a problem with her until this shit. Fucking,
Yeah.
but I mean, it makes sense why fucking she hasn't really been fucking wrestling, and they've been doing Fallon Henley and JC Jane as a team now.
Yep.
So
Because she was a fucking dumbass, and she's dating a fucking idiot. So, yeah, fun times, man. Fun fucking
yeah,
times. And fuck that cunt. Fuck her boyfriend, too. It was so bad, Devin, that the Diva stands even said, fuck her. You know how bad that is? Like,
Jesus Christ.
they still stand Eva Marie, dude. Like, how bad do you have to be? But now to the real heavy hitter. I want to die. I don't want to do this.
Uh,
Uh,
so guess who's back? Back again. ImAllexx is back. Tell Austin. It's funny because I'm the one that told Austin about this too, because he didn't even know about it until I told him.
so yeah, so ImAllexx made a response. I took 5 pages of notes on his response,
It took him
and
long
then,
enough.
yeah, dude, it will explain in my notes how fucking exhausting his video was. Okay, his video was by far the worst to get through.
I was saying, like, it took him long enough to fucking respond because we talked about that shit, like, so
Oh,
fucking long ago.
oh yeah, no. It's because he carefully crafted all of his lies. We'll get to that. Uh,
If you
so
want to know more about who he is, just go check out our original clip on ImAllexx because Austin explains who he is.
yep. Now I'm just gonna get through. See, I don't want this to be as long as the Flame Rose, so I'm gonna get through this as fast as I can because we also have over an hour of voice messages to listen to. So you're welcome, guys. We're fucked. We're in the thick of it. Everybody knows KSI. So
He
that
said
was
I
cringe.
fucking smashed her setup with a brick and she froze. What's up?
Oh no. uh so this response video from Alex was an hour and 42 minutes long of pain. It was so bad, dude. So the video starts with Alex sounding like he's reading from a teleprompter. And by the way, he admits in the start of this video that fucking he's looking at a script. He's looking at a
Jesus
script,
Christ.
so quote unquote he doesn't miss anything.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Uh so the first claim that Alex made was that Alice had been lying and spreading false information against him to the world and content creators. He said it that verbatim, Devin.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Like it's oh. Then Alex claimed that Alice contacting the police was a lie and that he hasn't gotten contacted for an interview from the police. I sat there and put in little brackets. I said I already want to drink right now.
Oh my god.
Alex claims that Alice has been harassing him ever since after they broke up. Remember all of this, by the way. Remember all of this. Alex claimed that Alice lied about him having a criminal record on Claire's Law. Do you know what Claire's Law is, Devin?
No, I don't.
So Claire's Law is basically a place in the like justice system where domestic abusers go. Basically, it's kind of like
Jesus.
the sex offender registry for domestic abusers. So, I put in quotes here. I'm not fucking looking if he has one because I wasn't doing that.
Jesus Christ.
Alex shows that Alice edited the Google Doc many times. I put in fucking quotes. This doesn't mean she's lying. Like he used that as a checkmate. Oh, she edited the Google Doc. That must
Oh
mean
my
she's lying.
god.
He used that as a checkmate. Alex
Jesus
then
Christ.
admits to using racial slurs and makes a robot sounding half-assed apology saying he's disgusted he used such language.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I put in quotation, how posh of you, Alex.
Oh my god.
Alex then accuses Alice of physically abusing him, specifically punching, slapping, and kicking him. Alex then claimed Alice was blackmailing him, saying that she was going to call him an abuser. I put in quotations, keep in mind, there's video evidence of Alex assaulting Alice. So
Jesus Christ.
this is the kicker, Devin. This is the kicker. Alex then claims that he didn't abuse her. All the times that he allegedly abused her, he was only trying to hug her. Devin?
Oh my fucking god.
Now we go on to page 3 of the notes. Alex then explains that he had a skin condition that made him have to sleep shirtless, and then claims that Alice would make fun of Alex because of this. Not true. Not true. It's not true.
Jesus Christ.
Alex claims that Alice gaslighted him after abusing him. Alex then claims that Alice started isolating him from his friends, saying that she followed them after their breakup to get his friends' attention. If it sounds like I'm reading this just like note after note, it's because all of this in the long run is not going to matter, bro. So,
Yeah.
Alex then claims that ImAllexx snaked him. Basically, he claims in the video that fucking he opened up to ImAllexx about her abusing him. And the stupid thing is, this motherfucker in this video, every fucking screenshot that he put in this goddamn video, I swear to fucking God, dude, it was on there for less than 2 seconds. So I had to pause and unpause and pause and unpause and pause and unpause. It was fucking bullshit, dude. This motherfucker, no, because this motherfucker pissed me off every time. How he fucking edited this bullshit. bro. But I did look at the screenshots he put of him and iNabber's fucking goddamn conversation. And when I tell you, Devin, that him explaining that, him trying to tell iNabber that she abused him, and iNabber's responses looked so, I don't give a fuck, I could tell you're lying. Like,
Jesus Christ.
so basically, iNabber leaked those messages to, supposedly leaked those messages to Alice. Then Alex accuses iNabber that iNabber has manipulated the situation after the accusations were made. Not true. He was gathering information before the accusations were even fucking made, before he made his video. Fucking Alex claims that Alice blackmailed him again. Again, he retreads shit. Alex then claims that Alice was emotionally manipulative to him.
Jesus Christ.
Alex admitted that he got upset that Alice liked tweets that she was tagged in. You know, this isn't Does that sound abusive to you? Like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah, Jesus Christ, dude.
I put in quotations, bro, what a pussy. Then Alex claims that Alice liking a tweet is a form of cheating, Devin.
What?
Yes, that is what he claimed. It's a form of cheating to like somebody's tweet that you are tagged in.
Oh my god.
So if you're dating somebody, Devin, don't you dare like another woman's tweet. Okay?
Oh my fucking god.
Alex would then claim that Alice took and went through his phone on multiple occasions and unfollowed and blocked female creators. This is when I started getting mad because I put in all caps, this motherfucker doesn't know how to keep an image on screen for more than 2 seconds, bro, I swear.
Oh my god.
Alex then claims that Alice has self-diagnosed borderline personality disorder, BPD. Alex then claims that Alice would make mocking remarks about how Alex had been sexually assaulted after they broke up. Why would she do that? Like, what? Number one, in her fucking like original expose, she opened up how she was sexually assaulted. So why would she do that, Alex? I just Alex claims that every statement that was made against him from ex-girlfriends are false because a bunch of his ex-girlfriends supposedly were working with Alice in a conspiracy, Devin.
Jesus Christ.
Alex ends his response thanking the viewers for listening, and I put, and Jesus Christ, there's still so much more. Now we get to Alice's fucking response, which I'm not going to go through every fucking page because if I went through every fucking page, I wouldn't get any sleep. I wouldn't be going to work tomorrow, okay? I would be fucked, okay? But I will talk about the first little bit and then I will play the audio messages because I saved them on Google Drive. Thank you, Alice, for providing that on Twitter. So, Alice claims that the entirety of Alex's response was lies. Alice claims
Jesus Christ.
calling Alex offensive names were due to emotional outbursts due to Alex being abusive. Then here we go. Here's where everything gets fucked, Devin. Alice outs Alex's lie that you can't be put on Claire's law without being convicted. Alice informed us in the doc that you can be put on Claire's Law without any convictions. This means Alice has already disproved one of Alice's biggest points that he had in the first 30 minutes of his fucking
Oh my
response
god.
video. The first 30 minutes were about that Claire's Law, and she fucking disproved it in a sentence.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Alice then beats the harassment allegations by stating that she is talking about her experiences that she went through and not going at him providing providing screenshots of said tweets, TikToks, etc. And I put fucking in quotations. He's finished this. She's finished this, man. It's done. I'm only 9 minutes into this Papa Gut video, by the way. This is only 9 minutes in. 9 minutes into that Papa Gut
Oh
video.
my fucking god.
Then Alice provides screenshots of the texts of Alex trying to gaslight her into staying silent about the abuse she received in the relationship. Multiple screenshots. I'm talking 600 screenshots.
Jesus fucking Christ. Why so fucking many, dude?
Because there's so much. Dude, Papa Gut could not get through all of it. And I wasn't going through all of it. Okay? I can't do it. Dude, it's just the same shit. I would rather listen to all the audio, dude. And that's what we're going to do right about now. Devin, are you ready?
I guess so.
There's no particular order, by the way. Let's see. What's this one? How long is this one? Okay. This one's only 4 minutes. We'll start with this. This is called. Hang on. Let me see what this is called. I wanted you to be obsessed with me. Unsent message from Alex. So already a good start when that's the title. So here we go. And 3, 2, 1.
Wanted to wait to
Can you
say
hear it?
this, and I know that you're listening to the other stuff.
Yes.
I just feel like some of it may be undermined or, not come across as genuine because of the crying or whatever. Although, I'm very upset. Like, I'm not trying to say that I'm not. Like, I am. I hurt you a lot. And, yeah, it's not acceptable. And, I know it started early. The thing is, I wanted you to be obsessed with me. And, I used you, as in stuff that you said, to act out and to be horrible. And I've used stuff that you've said as an excuse to harass you. When you posted stuff about, like, I want someone to be obsessed with me, I want somebody to never give up. I've told myself every time I've messaged you that I'm just not giving up on her. But that's like if we had an argument and we broke up. Not like if I was continuously, like, fucking just downright, at worst horrible, but at best uncaring for you for months. The thing is, like, it started to manifest in a way that just was negative. I knew I cared about you. That's never been in question. I never fell out of love with you. I just got really, like, petty. Like, I just got really petty. I just felt like that, she doesn't kiss me back. She doesn't really want to fix things. I made so many excuses. I was just being a really big fucking weirdo.
At least you
I was being
admit
a
it.
fucking freak.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know why I was doing that. It's not comfortable to live in a house with somebody who's acting that way. It's not going to make things better. At points, I generally convince myself that, like, we just wake up one day and it'll be fine. But I think, you know that I'd given up on not just that, but I wasn't really doing my work, and I wasn't looking after myself. I wasn't taking the bins out. I wasn't cleaning up after myself. You know, I wasn't doing anything like that. I wasn't making the effort to do anything. The only thing that I really spent time doing was looking after the cat. You know, that was like the only thing I would put time and effort into is I'd sit on the sofa with cat for 4 hours a day. And I should have been sat on the sofa with you. And then I retreated into playing games with my mates on Discord. And I didn't make an effort to talk to you. And also I would just get so angry, shouting at games, shouting at everything. You know, I was frustrated. And instead of dealing with that properly, I let myself get away with it, to be honest. Like, I let myself get away with it. I allowed myself to act that way, and I wasn't trying to stop myself. You know, I think the worst thing is that, like, it'd be a lot easier if I just, like, had a problem. Like, I had an issue that I couldn't fix, and for a long time I spoke to you, I tried to make it seem like that, because then I didn't have to blame myself for it. But in reality, I just wasn't trying. Like, I wasn't putting the effort in. And it wasn't because I didn't care. It was because I cared more about myself. And it was wrong. And, you know, you were always so good. And you did give me so much time. And, you know, back when we had arguments at the beginning of the relationship, you would do more to make things work. And you put up with a lot of stuff, like me screaming and shouting at you on the phone or insulting you after, like, something didn't go my way.
That was the first one.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
How you feeling so far?
It's just, I know it's just gonna be Alex just making up like excuse after excuse after excuse and lie after lie after lie after lie, and it's just gonna be so much voice messages of just
Well, we have
that
12
just
more.
over and 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 over.
We have 12 more, just so you know.
Great.
Let's see what this one is called. This one's 3 minutes long. I can't believe how you must have felt. Unsent message. Yep. In 3, 2, 1.
I said this because I cried in the last one. And,
She didn't give an order, so I'm just playing it whatever.
you know, I want to be able to talk to you properly. You know, I had nightmares last night.
He had nightmares, Devin.
Oh my
I was
God.
worried that telling you what I told you, if we argue again, like, is it going to be used to hurt me? And instantly, when I woke up, I was like, God, I can't believe how you must have felt. You know, you told me to do tears, and
Oh, Jesus Christ.
you must have, I didn't realize. I didn't realize.
He didn't realize.
I didn't realize. I didn't realize.
I didn't realize how bad it was for you.
Okay, so just I know I'm pausing here, but and we have a lot more, but you didn't realize how bad it was when you dragged her across the house by her fucking hair? You didn't realize? Like I'm so lost, brother. Like how do you not realize that?
We thought we were fine. I don't know why I thought that. I don't know what I was seeing.
Sounds like such a whiny bitch, dude.
And yeah, I can understand. I see now that God, it must have been really hard for you. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. You know, I wouldn't wish this on anyone. I mistook you pulling away for you not caring and not being bothered about anything. But you didn't feel like you could speak to me anymore. And I know how that feels
Why?
because after I sent those messages yesterday, all I wanted to do is be like, maybe I shouldn't have sent them. I didn't understand you because I couldn't put myself in your shoes.
Your shoes.
I'm really sorry. Like, I can't put it into words.
You just did. There's just gonna be
You
silence.
didn't deserve that.
Okay. Well, that was that one.
Jesus Christ.
On to, let's see, what is this one called?
It's
This
called
one's
whiny
58.
ass bitch.
This one's 58 seconds. I'm never gonna be able to change that unsent message. In 3, 2, 1.
I was selfish in the moment.
Oh my
I thought every
god.
time that you just
I'm so
kind of
what
apologise
the
for
fuck?
me. I'm holding this Polaroid of you, and I want nothing more than for you to just come out of this picture and just be here. I want my Alice back.
Brother.
Oh
God, I
my
want you
god.
back more than anything in the fucking world. And the way that you feel about me, what I have done, I'm never ever, like I'm never gonna be able to change that.
Dude. Okay. Let's see. All right, here's one. It's a long one, Devin. We got our first long one.
Oh,
It's
great.
12 minutes long. I'm regretful. Unsent message. In 3, 2, 1.
And I realise now that I was putting so much focus on, making you start a YouTube channel so that like you'd have money and I would get angry at you and I would say like, oh, you aren't trying to improve your life. And I was projecting my own insecurities onto you when all you wanted to do was see me change. You didn't care about any of that. You just wanted me to be a better boyfriend.
Jesus Christ, dude.
And I didn't. God, this is pathetic. I'm so sorry.
At least we agree on something.
I just can't put into words how regretful I am.
No,
I
you seem
made
like
you
it because you
leave
made fucking 12-minute fucking voice message.
your house, and I've only realised how much I must
Oh, you think this is bad? The next one's 35 minutes.
Oh my god.
have hurt you. I acted like when you left that it was because you didn't care. But now I realise that it was the strongest thing and it was the hardest thing for you to do because it must have been so hard for you
Because I know how I feel now, and it can't be half as bad as what you feel. And that you left because you felt like you had no choice. And even then, you wanted me to beg you to go back, and I didn't. Because I was being such a fucking self-centered asshole. I didn't realize how hard that must have been for you. I didn't think about it. I made excuses that you didn't care about me. So I tried to do things to make it seem like, to test you. And I put you through so much shit for my own insecurity and inability to admit that I had pushed you so far, and I didn't want to admit it, and I refused to do it, and I made it worse and worse and worse. And then I tried to distract myself with fucking stupid bullshit. I want to just spend every minute now trying to make it up to you of my life. I want to dedicate my life to you, and I had the chance. I had you.
Jesus.
By my side,
Oh
you were
my
laying in
god.
my bed, and I didn't, because I was too busy being like, oh, you would kiss me because I pissed her off, and I fucking pushed you so far away. I'm sorry for crying. I'm sorry for being a mess. I promised myself I would try not
No,
to
it's
do
fine.
this.
It makes for content.
It's just really hard to talk about this stuff because I realised how much I fucked up. But not just that, I know I never showed you how much I cared at the end, and when I did it in a really toxic way. I've constantly told you I'm doing this because I care for you. It's just fucked. I wish I could fucking slash him on the head. I never really thought that you'd actually leave. So when you did, I was just like completely shell-shocked. I've been in shock the entire time. Part of the reason that I think that I've struggled so much is because of the fact that, it's hit me like a brick wall. I knew that the issues were there, but I never looked at them deep enough because I didn't want to, because I was scared that if I looked at them and realised how bad it was, that I didn't feel like I'd get better. I felt like that maybe I'd get worse, because I'd realised how much I'd hurt you, and then I felt like that we'd be on a ticking time bomb. I didn't realise that it was going to happen that early. I convinced myself that I had time to fix things and to get better, and I set a date for when I got paid, and I
I'm really
set
trying to
myself
hold back
up. I
the
gave
laughter.
myself so many chances, and I gave it
Bro, he's so
and think
whiny.
about
No.
any of the pressure that you've been through made you leave your own home because of how much I pushed you away.
Silence though.
I just,
Oh, there we go.
God, Alice, I don't know why I'm doing this at this point. I want to convince myself it's because I care about you and I want you to know, but I understand if you feel like I'm doing this because I'm panicky and I'm selfish. Obviously, sending over 30 minutes of voice notes doesn't strike somebody as the most mentally stable, well-adjusted person, but I have so much to apologise for. I tried to make you call me all those times because I knew it was going to go on for a long time. And I wasn't lying when I said that my plan was to just do all of this right now. And I think that's the worst part, is that even when I was insulting you on these conversations, even up until 4 days ago, I wanted to make you call me because I wanted to go, hey, by the way, everything that I've said is completely wrong. Actually, I really fucked you over, and I really fucked up, and I didn't do it. And because you wouldn't call me, I was like, oh, well, if she doesn't want to call me, she doesn't deserve it. And I'm just fucking so stupid. I convinced myself you didn't deserve a proper apology. Why should I try and make it work if she's not trying to make it work? Well, because you fucking put her through so much shit because you were acting like you're such a fucking idiot.
Only
I
halfway
didn't
through
take
this
you
one, by the way.
seriously. I didn't take you seriously. And,
Christ.
it's only now that I've lost you that I realised that, yeah, I could have changed it, or I could have fixed it. I could have. I understood. It's not like I didn't know. I convinced myself for a while that because I did know, that meant that eventually I would make it better. You know, if you're aware of a problem, you can work on a problem. But I made the stuff that was meant to be a fix, I put it on you. I put it on your head.
Take a cough drop. Damn.
I understand I must just put you through absolute fucking torture, and the lack of changing of my behaviour must have been hellish for you because you still had opened yourself up to me, even though I crossed boundaries that you promised that you wouldn't let yourself come back from. And I understand why. You know, you're a strong person. You are a strong person, and I was worried that you would be so strong that you'd realise that you've been put up with so much bullshit and you go to find something better. And I realise now that you stuck with me because you love me so much.
Fucking Christ, dude.
Jesus fucking Christ. He's like purposely crying on his voice note for sympathy.
I can't believe I threw you away.
And you threw her across the
I'm
house.
so upset that I wouldn't change.
Keep in mind, this is the same dude that put her in the headlock.
I hope this is closer to what you needed
Yeah.
from me all those months ago. And I'm sorry that it's come so late. And I'm sorry, but it's done in this way, like it's such a mess. I wish I could have shown composure and not been this fucking wallowing, pitiful fucking loser, but I just, you know, I do care about you, and I care about how hurt you must be to do everything that you've done, and I understand that I can't be the one to help you because I am the one who's hurting you. And now even by reaching out, I cause you pain. And even by sending this, I probably cause you pain. And, it's a self-fulfilling cycle now because I let it get so bad that you just associate talking to me with being scared that I'm going to start calling you names and making you cry again. I guess I just thought for a while that we were both gonna eventually figure it out. But you already did figure it out, and you told me what I needed to do, and you told me like 7 months ago, and I pushed you, and I pushed you, and I pushed you. I'm sorry that I made half-assed attempts because of my own ego to ignore what you needed. Maybe it would have been different. Goodbye, Alice. I did love you more than anything. Oh, God, it hurts to say. Because I can't love you
Fucking
anymore.
Christ, dude. How long is it gonna keep going on and on and on and on and on? This is Jesus, dude.
I'm sorry sending you crazy messages for months on end. Even this.
That checkmate right there. Harassment.
I was hoping that you would stick by me longer. Because I wasn't bad enough to try and make the change. And now I'm gonna have to do it without you. I don't want to do this without you.
Christ, dude.
Goodbye.
That was a 12-minute long one. Now, before we get to this 30-minute long one, I assume it was the first one, but I'm glad I saved it for last of like the big ones, because the other ones are like, I want to say like before all this happened. But this is the checkmate right here, because a big thing in Alice's original expose was that he kicked her on in the back in Thanksgiving. That was like the first time that he physically assaulted her. Now, Alex claimed that none of that was true in his response, and that it was her that assaulted him.
Oh
But,
my god.
But in this voice note, which is 30 minutes long, Devin, it is titled, "I'm sorry I kicked you."
Oh my god.
We're going to get to it in 3, 2, 1, go.
Sorry, I just listened back to the apologies that I sent you again, and I've deleted them because
Oh,
they're
no,
not good
this is
enough.
the last one, I guess. Okay.
And obviously, I can't do or say anything that will mend the damage and pain that I have caused you. And I haven't been trying, and I haven't been putting the effort in to make you feel better over the last few months and even before that. And I am sorry. I have tried to find a way to talk about this stuff without falling into the pitfalls of, blaming you or anything along those lines. Oh, my bloody cats are being silly. Stop, please, monkey. Stop. There you go. I'm really sorry for the way that I acted during our relationship. The name calling. It was completely unacceptable. There's no excuse. There's no reason for why I did it. I knew that you didn't like it, and I did it. I carried on calling you names, and I just should never have fucking done it. It wasn't acceptable behaviour, and it hasn't been acceptable behaviour till recently. Getting angry at you and trying to make up excuses to feel like I am justifiably wronged is also wrong. I have tried to become a victim. I read back our messages. I've looked. I've wanted to be as equally hurt as you and feel like that I also was justified some form of apology. I wasn't. I was the one who hurt you. I was the one who carried on pushing everything further and further and further. You gave me many chances to speak my mind, and you looked for change, and I didn't change. I just got worse and worse and worse. And I'm deeply sorry for that, Alice. I really am.
You could probably get drunk every
I
time
wanted
he
to
says
keep
he's
this
sorry.
concise because,
Hey,
if I've gone too long, and I have done, I just, it becomes just shit. It just becomes shit, and that's not what this is meant to be.
I am sorry. On the last night that you were here, that I got angry at you, and I pushed you, and then I kicked you in the behind when you walked away from me.
In the
It's not
behind.
acceptable. I thought at the time that I was being, like, jokey, but not in, like, a nice way. It was mean. It was rude. I was doing it to be like, oh, fucking come back. And it's pathetic behaviour, and it's not acceptable. And I knew, more importantly, how that would affect you. The action, I knew that it would annoy you. I knew it would upset you. I didn't realise how much it would upset you. But that's not an excuse for why I did it in the first place. Because I opened up that situation to get worse. I made it worse. I didn't stop myself. I did something in the moment, and I justified it by saying in my head, like, oh, you know, and then, you know, I said, like, oh, and then we can, oh, you'll be, like, she will turn around and, like, oh, fucking, no, you're an idiot. And then we, you know, hug it out like it's some form of fucking movie. It's delusional. It's crazy behavior.
True.
And it's also just so selfish and, like, ridiculous to have done that in the first place. I should never have lashed out at you in any way, shape, or form. It's not right, and I regret it. And I also deeply regret letting you leave without properly apologising to you. I sat down on the sofa with you, and you were upset,
The
and I used
water
that
looks
as
so
an
bad.
excuse to go upstairs. Like, you were being difficult. I blamed. I blamed you. I used your reaction as an excuse to be like, oh, she doesn't want to fix this anyway, without acknowledging what I had done. I didn't realise how selfish I've been all this time. I really had convinced myself that everything was so different to how it actually was. And I did it because I didn't want to take responsibility for my actions. And I've continued that long after we broke up. And I am just really, genuinely sorry for that. On top of that, when you came back, I was so sorry that I didn't make an effort to talk to you, and that I laid in bed with the covers over my head.
God, the voice cracks.
It's because I felt so guilty. I knew that I'd done something that I felt like I couldn't fix. So instead of trying to fix it, I gave up. And I got worse and worse, even though you gave me chances to amend everything, and even made efforts to try and make it work. I pushed you away. I was horrible to you. And I carried on my shitty behaviour. I didn't learn. I didn't learn up until recently. I followed people on Instagram, and yes, I can sit here and say whatever I want about that, but I did follow people to make you jealous, and I lied about it. And I did it to make it feel like you'd message me, and then that was the way that I could see that you still cared. And in reality, you still cared because you still spoke to me. And you still gave me a chance to talk to you properly and apologise. But that wasn't good enough for me. I wanted something else. Nothing that you ever did was good enough for me. I constantly asked for more and more and more when I was in no position to do so. I regret it. I regret how I have continuously set the bar so high for you while completely
lowering it myself. I made excuses. I blame my work. I blame my financial situation. And I sent you gifts. I bought the cat food and stuff like that as a way to feel like I had a use to you. So that you would see that, I couldn't be all bad. Look at all the stuff he's done. But that stuff
Yeah,
is
because that's how
easy.
that works, Alex.
What required real change would have been to actually listen to you, talk to you, and understand your pain and the hurt that I had put you through, and to actually apologize.
How the fuck would you understand
change my
her pain?
behavior.
How's that fucking possible?
I didn't do that
I don't know.
because I had convinced myself for so long that I was a victim of not you, but everything around me. That I couldn't possibly see a scenario where I wasn't the person who was in the right and everybody else was being difficult. And I now realise that that's something that's probably plagued my life for a long time. And I couldn't see it. It's just not acceptable to have avoided my problems for so long, to the point where they developed into something that was just nasty. Even stuff like when you took the cat away from me and I would get upset. It's because I convinced myself that the stuff we'd argued about was over and that we were both feeling okay. But I could see now that you were in pain and you hadn't healed and you needed me to do more and more and more. I'd stopped taking you out. I'd stopped spending time with you. Started sleeping on the sofa. I pulled away because I was feeling sorry for myself. And I was trying to make you put the effort in to make me feel better. I wanted you to fix our problems. And instead of doing it as a couple, I put everything on your shoulders at a time where you were struggling with the stuff that I had been doing. And it was so incredibly wrong of me. I understand now how much of an effect I was having with just my general behaviour. I just got so used to being like that I just assumed it was normal. And it isn't. And it's wrong. I should have made an effort, got to therapy, see the doctor. I didn't. I didn't do anything to change the way I was. Even up until 4 days ago, I've still been behaving like a selfish child, lashing out because things aren't going my way. I'm tired of doing that.
Toddler.
It's not right. It's not acceptable. And it's not how you deserve to be treated. You were so patient with me. And I see now that I tested that to the fullest, and it's run out. And I'm sorry for whittling you down like that. I didn't feel like that's what I was doing at the time, because I convinced myself that I was showing you that I cared by screaming and shouting and doing all of the things that you'd understand that I only did those things because I wanted you to stay. That wasn't the case, and that wasn't why I was doing them. I was doing them because I was upset about the way the stuff was going. I was angry, and I wanted to put everything onto you to fix it. It's not right. It wasn't right back then, and it isn't right now. And I won't ever be able to change what I did. You deserved a proper apology a long time ago. I see now that a lot of the actions that led to arguments were inherently caused by stuff that I did. When I left the kitchen door open, and you texted me about it nicely. And I kicked off at you because I just assumed that you were getting on my case. I blamed it on outside stress, but my laziness was making our lives worse. I wasn't looking after myself, and I wasn't looking after
Fucking
us.
Christ, dude. This guy just goes
I was
on and
doing it because
on
I
and
couldn't be
on and
bothered.
on and on and on and on and on.
We're
I
not
made
even halfway through
excuses.
this video. This fucking deal.
I blamed it on other things. I blamed
Is
it
this
on
the last one?
disorders that I
No.
Oh, wow.
don't know if I have.
The good thing is
I blamed it
the
on
other ones are shorter
everything,
and they're
but
not
me.
of him whining as much.
I have
They're of him
struggled
screaming.
to take responsibility
I
for our
agree.
entire relationship, and I hate that it's taken you to leave and to fully cut me off for me to really actually understand just how insane my behavior was. I read back through our messages and it fills me with the deepest possible regret at how every situation I could have handled better and how everything that went down I could have changed. I said things that made stuff harder for you because I got so used to pushing you and then you giving in that I thought that that was the way that I managed to get stuff and communication from you. I never tried to actually work with you. I used tactics to speak to you that were wrong. Following people on Instagram, accusing you of stuff, using your reaction to make you feel like you needed to apologize to me, to make you feel like you owed me a phone call. I was trying to make you feel guilty the whole time, and I lied about it because I was ashamed.
Oh. Bro.
I was ashamed of my actions. But instead of taking that shame and changing my behavior, I wallowed in it, and I
So
wallowed in self-pity.
what did Papa Gut think of this fucking 35-minute one?
And I started making more and more crazy excuses.
he kept
when the messages got more
fucking
and more
dying laughing.
insane, and the stuff that I would fight
Like
for
y'all doing?
was just absolutely mental.
Fuck, Jesus.
The things I was asking of you were sometimes incoherent. You gave me many opportunities to change my behaviour and to fix it, and I didn't. You gave me many opportunities to send you messages asking for forgiveness or apologising, and I didn't, or I did, and they were manipulative and self-serving. I thought originally that I was doing stuff because I was trying to make you see that I cared. But in reality, I was doing it because I only cared about myself. I didn't understand how the way that I'd approached this wasn't a showcase of undying love and obsession, but
Oh.
a crazy just attempt at making somebody feel bad enough where they would decide to just scrap everything and just start again. And that's not right. And that's not how stuff should work. I should have tried to improve everything. I was lazy. I made excuses where they didn't need to be. Like when I invited you round and you were going to come over, and then I made an excuse about why I couldn't. It's because I felt so sick. And I was ashamed of my behaviour. So I put it off because I felt so uncomfortable. I didn't think about, if this is how I feel right now, I can't imagine what I put you through by being like this.
Oh.
Like, I only realised because of my own feelings, my own selfishness. This is how I know how hard it must have been for you now. I said you didn't care, not because I believed it, but because I had a fantasy and a desperate need for you to just tell me that you loved me, you missed me, and that we were going to make it work and you were going to call me and everything was going to be fine. I had fantasies of you turning up at my door with your bags and just saying, let's do it again, and just forgiving me for showing no improvement in my behaviour. I had dreams that you would call me out of the blue and say, I'm sorry. Because I was not taking it seriously. I believed that I needed that from you. I convinced myself that was what was going to happen. Instead of actually realizing that I needed to slow down, stop being so anxious, to stop messaging you over and over again, to get out of the headspace I was in, to understand the pain that I had put you through, and to then talk to you properly and own my mistakes. I didn't do that. I didn't do that once. I did it in places after I'd argued with you. I tried to get you to do something for me. At first, I was crazy with heartbreak. I won't deny that. I was messaging you over and over and over again because I was so terrified that I couldn't fix this. And in that process, I pushed you further and further away because I wasn't trying to fix it. I just wanted you to give me the chance. That's insane. I've constantly put everything on you, made it your problem that you have to fix. Like, you have to fix me. Like, you have to sit down and tell me what I've done wrong instead of me looking at it and really understanding it. I have literally asked you to send me what I've done. I've made it your problem. I made our relationship your problem.
You're a problem.
Oh my god.
And I'm so deeply sorry. I lied. And I manipulated situations to make myself feel better because I couldn't cope with the truth. I knew I was being shitty. I wasn't unaware of that. But I had really closed myself off to how bad it was by making excuses for myself. I read through your messages earlier where you talk about how it was abuse and how
You know what he reminds me of?
the way that I have spoken to you
You know
has
that
put you through
fucking R. Kelly
hell
interview?
to the point where
Can't
Oh
take
my
this shit
god.
no more, no
because
man.
you're scared of me.
So y'all killing me with this shit. I'm
And I
fighting for my
deeply,
motherfucking life.
deeply apologise for doing that to you. I thought at the time that stuff it just got out of hand, and we'd had awful days, we'd had bad days. But I see now, when it's everything
Dragging a
in
woman
between,
across the room, awful day.
and the consistency of my behaviour,
Okay.
that adds up to an entire time of just pain for you. And I regret it now so much more than I did back then, because of the fact that now all I want to do, and all I ever really wanted to do, deep down, was I did want everything to be fine, and that's the worst part about it all. So I didn't want it to be like that, and it wasn't my aim. I convinced myself that you weren't trying, and I told myself that as an excuse to be worse. But I realized that you didn't do anything wrong. The stuff that I got on your back for was petty and stemmed from my own anxieties. The arguments that I caused every single time came from a way I was feeling. I was feeling bad about how I'd been fucking everything up. So when I left the fridge door open, I was already feeling shitty about my behaviour, that when you texted me about it, I lashed out to you because I felt bad and I knew I was letting you down. And I almost felt like you pointing it out made it worse. The same with everything you've sent me. The reason why I've shouted and argued when you've sent me messages about stuff I've done is because I already know.
Because you're a piece of shit.
Just made it true, and I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it for my own ego. I couldn't take it because then it made me realise that I had so much that I had to work on and fix, and I didn't.
5 minutes. God damn it, 5 minutes.
With me. So I tried to make you feel like it wasn't as bad as you felt it to be. I tried to convince you that stuff was fixable, and the worst part was that it was fixable, and in the process of doing what I did, I made it unfixable. I created all my own fears by acting out on them in the way that I did. I made them all come true. I pushed you away. I made you sad. I broke your heart. I made you leave your home.
Christ.
And I made you cut all contact with me because of my selfish, self-absorbed behaviour. Even this apology inherently is self-serving. I don't feel good, and I'd do anything to have you tell me that everything was going to be okay. And I know that. And I know that even by doing this, you may see this as a selfish act. To send a 26-minute long voice note to somebody is inherently self-obsessed. Like, do I love hearing myself fucking talk that much?
Yes.
Like, I just know that all of the apologies I've sent haven't been up to standards, and it's not really what I truly feel. And I lied and I hid it all the entire time because I thought if I could convince you otherwise it would be easier to fix. And I realised that I wasn't doing that for you, I was doing that for me. I wanted it to feel like it wasn't as bad, because then I wouldn't feel as bad and as guilty, and I wouldn't tear my own life up over it. But I realised that I've torn yours in two. Like, I made you leave your own home. Your office and everything behind. And it's been so selfish of me to just not acknowledge that and And what I have forced you to do, I know how hard it must have been for you to leave. I acted like it was so easy, like you'd given up. Because to admit that really it was the worst thing you've ever had to do and how hard it was, just I didn't want to believe that, I didn't want it to be true. Because then it would make me realise just how bad I've become.
Maybe you should have realized that earlier.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm sorry,
years
this
ago.
is so late. Like, there's no way that I can put it back in the bottle, or I can even have a life with you, or fix anything. I said I needed time, but I wasn't using that time to heal, I was using it to avoid everything. And I was being selfish. And I wasn't looking at myself properly, and I wasn't looking at the stuff I was saying and sending to you, and the situations I was in. Because I did fucking fuck up and lie about stuff to make things feel better for me. I should never have followed those people back. I did it because I wanted to upset you. I was trying to hurt you. I was trying to test you. I was constantly putting you through tests, telling you not to play games with your friends, telling you to make YouTube videos instead of doing what you were already doing. I did it as a test to see how much you cared about me, because it was the only way that I could understand stuff. But now I just look back at moments of like us sat playing games, and when you would sit next to me or lie in my arms, and I realised that that is what love was, and it wasn't everything else that I'd created and put you through. And
That was that.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh, okay. These are numbered. Okay, that's 7. Hang on. That's 2. That's 3. This is the first one. Okay, so now we get to screaming. Screaming or in some apologies still. So, are you ready for that, Devin?
Jesus Christ.
In 3, 2, 1.
I wanted to say I am sorry about yesterday, and I shouldn't have gone as far as I did, but I really didn't like being accused of like taking the thing, the Ari doll thing, because I didn't take it, and I literally sent you a picture straight away to show that I had it and that I was keeping it safe for you, so you can come and get it. But I am sorry, and I shouldn't have gone as far as I did, but I really didn't like that, especially because I've been trying really hard, and to just get all of those messages, just like it hurts, and I really don't like it. Like, I really don't like it. I don't want to be treated like an idiot. I want to be spoken to properly. I know you don't want me to feel like that everything's okay or whatever, and I get that, but it doesn't mean that you have to be mean to me. Okay?
Oh my god.
Because that's not going to help me, and that's not going to make this easy for both of us. Like, I had that for you. I kept it waiting for you. I didn't take it or steal it or move it. I remember walking downstairs, it just still being here. You must have just forgotten to put it away. So text me when you're awake.
So, by the way, this is all about a fucking a statue that she had that he apparently like held hostage. So lovely
Jesus
stuff.
Christ.
This one, oh shit, wrong one. There we go.
I'm joking. It's a joke. I'm not accusing you of anything. It was a joke. Like, the whole thing about this conversation is so confusing to me. Is that you keep on being like, was it here? Was it there? It doesn't matter where it was. I'm telling you, you can have it. It would be very different if I was like, you can't have it. No, Alice, you can't have it. It's mine. And you're like, well, where did you put it? I'd understand this conversation. But I think every point I've gone, you can have it. I didn't I didn't intentionally keep the Ari model. Like, I didn't. You could have it.
Here's third one.
You're doing it there with the "you told me not to walk in" thing. That comes across like, Alice, why you? I don't want this doll. I don't want it. I don't understand. I don't want it. I don't want it. I wasn't going to the. I didn't hide it. Why would I give back everything else and hide the Ari doll? I'm tired of this. You are accusing me of stealing it. And it's not fucking nice. I don't like this. I don't like what you're trying to do right now. And I don't understand why. I don't understand why.
Because you held it hostage. Now we have some more voice messages. This is where we really get to the screaming stuff. So.
Oh god.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
What the fuck are you doing? Fucking leave me alone. Seriously, I don't know what the fuck you want from me. Like, but fucking leave me alone. This is not fucking cool, and I fucking don't like this. This is not fucking okay. Stay the fuck
So why
away
is he
from me.
yelling about that?
Because she said she was going to call the police.
Oh my god.
This is the second one. She says, "Leave my things alone then. Leave my property alone. It's not hard. You've already ruined my things. Leave it all alone. Not hard." This is what he had to say to that.
Like, just fucking up and leave. Like, for no fucking reason. Like, because you refuse to fucking talk to me about, like, just fucking cleaning the fucking kitchen. I have to cancel all my plans. I'm going to spend all day talking to lawyers tomorrow because I haven't been paid for 2 fucking months. And you're on purposely trying to drive me up the fucking wall. Like, I don't want to fucking see you if you're going to try and, like, mentally fucking torture me. I don't understand what's so fucking wrong about that. I want to put your stuff in the fucking garage so I don't have to speak to you. You won't fucking talk to me, so I have to do what you have to fucking want me to do. It's not fucking cool. You don't get to just fuck with me, and then, like, I have to fucking take it, like, earlier. Like, you wouldn't fucking speak to me. You were being fucking rude to me in the kitchen. You were insulting me. Like, what the fuck?
Her response to that was, "I up and left because you kicked me, not because of the kitchen, not because of the kitchen, because you kicked me and insulted me." And he said, text-wise, "I was trying to get your attention, man. I didn't karate kick you, and you know it."
Karate kick? What the fuck? It's like karate.
Jesus Christ. Okay, we have a couple here. She said, "I walked away and you kicked me." So there's a couple in this video here.
You just fucking misrepresent everything and tell it in a completely different order is fucking sickening. Like, I'm actually so fucking fed up with the way that you on purposely, like, fucking tell events. It's, like, driving me up the fucking wall. I was trying to speak to you. You were being a bitch. I know you don't like that word, but you were being a bitch. You were being fucking rude to me. I don't understand why. And then was like, can you not fucking say everything all at once? And then you started fucking insulting me, calling me fucking autistic. Like, as if that's fucking acceptable, if that's okay. Like, what the fuck?
Then she would respond, I wasn't a bitch. I was fine. And he would respond to that.
And I literally said, calm down, everything's fine. This doesn't need to be a big deal. And you were like, it's not a big deal, but you were like clearly fucking being rude still. Like, your whole attitude was fucking horrific. Like, and then I tried to calm you down. And then you started being weird, like fucking not talking to me, walking past me, not looking at me, like on purposely trying to antagonize me at that point. Because at that point you decided that you want to fucking annoy me for some reason. Like, I was just telling you to calm down because I didn't want to have to clean everything in a miserable fucking mood. That was what I was telling you to do. I was like, stop doing this because it doesn't have to be like this. But it always has to be like this with you. It's always fucking miserable. Everything's always it's always fucking miserable with you. I don't understand. I got so much shit on. And you know it. Like, I'm trying to prepare everything for tomorrow. I was trying to, figure out why I don't have any fucking money because it's been fucking stolen from me. 70 fucking grand. You couldn't even fucking imagine. ImAllexx, and
this is the next one.
the side has got some crumbs on it. Fucking get over yourself. There's bigger fucking shit going on in my life. And you know it. It's fucking infuriating.
Then she would say, it was fine. You carried you. You kept on. God, look at you lying. I can't listen.
Fucking leave? Making it seem like something really fucking terrible happened? I tried to fucking get you to turn around because you kept on fucking walking away from me as I was talking to you. I feel like I'm going insane because I tried so many times to just speak to you to your face, and you cut me off when it's normal, and then you go, oh, I don't want to talk to you. Off, you've escalated the fucking thing.
Then she would say, you need help. Leave my things alone.
What the fuck is up with that? Like, why when I'm going, oh, Alice, do you want help with that? Are you ignoring me? Why are you doing that? Why are you ignoring me when I'm like, oh, can I help you with that? Why are you doing that? Why then?
Then she said, you shouldn't have kicked me.
Oh, man, why at the beginning? Why at the beginning when I was trying to help you, why were you being fucking annoying then? Why were you not talking to me? Why were you ignoring me? Why were you doing that at the beginning? For 20 minutes, everything was fine, to be honest. But, it wasn't fine, because you were being so fucking insane, as always. And I was being like, I'll help you with that, let me help you with that, you should stop doing that, I'll help you with that. Why were you ignoring me? Just speak to me, just look me in the eyes and talk to me, man!
Oh. Then she said, let me be in clean. You couldn't. I wasn't insane at all. I told you what to do. You freaked out. You need help. Please get help. This is his response to that.
I know that you do it because I know that it drives me insane. I know that you were angry at me for something because I didn't clean the side of the kitchen. And yeah, okay, I get it. I get that you're upset with me because I didn't clean the side of the kitchen after I used it or whatever. But oh, come on, man, it's been fucking Christmas and I'm fucking, I am busy. I am busy and I have told you how busy I am. And I forget, and I do forget. I genuinely do forget. So it's not fair to torture me with everything going on. I am terrified of what's going on right now. I might not ever get paid ever again. I might lose all of the money that I haven't been fucking paid. I'm fucking scared. And you don't seem to realize how bad it is. Of course I forget to fucking clean the side sometimes. And I was gonna do it. I haven't even eaten breakfast yet. The fucking pressure you put on me is insane. It's insane. I paid for all your fucking cat food the other day with money that I don't have at the moment because I haven't been paid. I don't know what you think of me, but you.
I'm pausing this because he is sitting there trying to justify kicking her and screaming at her because he got upset that she wanted him to clean a portion of the kitchen. Not even the whole kitchen, a portion.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
We move.
Really unaware how it's all weighing on me. And then you fucking do this today. You have actually fucking broken me with everything going on. Like, how do you think? Do you know how hard it is to cope with everything? That, like, I'm being fucking robbed blind, and I still have to work. You don't do fucking anything.
See, here's the problem, Alex. The reason why he's saying he's been robbed blind is because he was fucking under a fucking creator network. Like, like fucking stuff like Machinima used to be. Why the fuck would you be under that in 2024?
I don't know.
Your fucking dumbass decision. But you don't go fucking abusing your girlfriend because of that. You fucking imbecile.
You don't do anything around the house. You don't clean. You don't make money, and I don't ask you to. I let you do nothing. I'm fine with you doing nothing, and the reason why is because I know how stressed I am. And I know that you've got fuck all going on, but I still think she's probably struggling too. Like, she doesn't do any fucking work. She doesn't have a fucking job. She's probably, I know you're a miserable little fucking cow all the time. So I try and fucking let you get away with it, but you don't have the same type of fucking space for me, and it's fucked. It's fucked up what you've done today, because you know how much I'm struggling. I mean, you've put all of this on me, and I had to cancel everything tomorrow with my fucking family. It's not fucking cool. It's why I want all your stuff gone, because I just don't want to deal with somebody who right now is going to put me through even more shit with everything I've got going on, and you're fucking threatening me. I'm just saying that I don't want to fucking speak to somebody who doesn't fucking, respect me and doesn't want to fucking, and respect what I'm going through. Because you don't. All I wanted you to do was fucking talk to me.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Why is that so fucked? I just wanted you to look me in the eyes and just answer my questions I had. I was trying to help you, and I know that you know that, and I know that you were being stupid at the beginning, and you've blown it all up because of the fact you were being fucking stupid at the beginning. But it's not fucking fair.
Here's the last voice message, Devin. We're finally there.
Oh my god.
She said, you found a girl you can say these things to, and she still cared about you after. I'm tired. And Alex said, I'm in call. You're so close to getting it. Alice said, nice. And here's his response.
It's so crazy to actually hear you, right, genuinely go, yeah, so I come downstairs, I complain about the way you're talking to me. You admit to making no behavioural change. And then go, all right, Alice, what can I do to help you? Tell me what I can do to help you. And then you go, do this, do this, do that, in a rude way. After I've just spent the last 5 minutes saying, I don't like the way you're talking to me. It's not very cool. You have now acknowledged this on 3 separate occasions, but still can't figure out why I was annoyed. It's okay that you think that maybe you weren't doing anything that was annoying. But at that point, you know that I have complained. I have put in your brain, as I come downstairs, formal complaint verbally, I don't like the way you're talking to me. Instead of going, maybe I'll try and change my language, try and make it a little bit of an effort to change it, you go, I'm going to carry on talking that way, which is going to carry on getting back the response, I don't like the way you're talking to me. So now we have fully laid this out. How can you not acknowledge whether you don't think you did anything wrong or did think you did something wrong? I don't really care at this point. How can you not acknowledge that if you made no change in your behaviour, that I was going to keep on complaining about the way you were talking to me because I found it rude? You don't get to decide whether or not it wasn't rude. I came downstairs, said I will help you with the bins. You basically fobbed me off. Then I go, okay, what do you want me to do then instead? And then you're rude to me. You say you're not rude. I say you are. I say you were being the way you were when I came downstairs.
So you
Which is why
say
I
you're
made a
not
complaint
rude?
about.
I say
This is
you
why I'm
are.
going mad. Because I have said 6, 7 separate times in the span of 10 minutes, I don't like the way that you're talking to me. I'd appreciate it if you could change it. You have acknowledged this and still can't understand why I was getting so annoyed. And why I got more and more annoyed was the more I told you to stop, the more you carried on doing it. It's fucking mental. It's fucking insane. There we go. Acknowledge that. That's it. Just acknowledge the fact that you on purposely carried on acting the way you did. Whether you were annoyed or not, you still acted the same way, and it was annoying me.
And that is that. Now, do you want to know what the biggest checkmate is, Devin? At the end of the documents, because Papaga went all the way to the end just to see what was there, Alice put the entirety of what she could legally put of the police report in the document. So, fucking, she basically confirmed everything right then and there. So he's fucked.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. So, when you said, like, when you were playing the voice messages, when you said unsent message, like, like,
basically, he
what did that
unsent them.
mean?
He unsent them, but she downloaded them
Oh.
before he unsent them.
Oh. Okay. Guess I was confused.
So there is one more thing that recently fucking happened. I will have to
Hard.
see if I can find the clip in this video, because I was watching this video that had the clip in it. So basically, Alex kind of crashed out a little bit,
Oh
and I
my
showed you
God, of
part
course
of
he
it
did.
because okay, hang on. I think this is it. So basically, I showed you the part where he made that Twitch emote, right?
Mm-hmm.
So somebody made a joke about the emote. This was his response.
And Alex started laughing and making a joke out of the entire thing.
Okay. Alright, man. Yeah, brick phone, Samuel. That is very funny. I didn't think about that. Oh god, I can't say that anymore. Oh no, man. I'm gonna call it something else, like a rock phone. Oh man. Me. How was my Monday? It was good. I put the bins out.
On top of that, Alice...
The state, brother. The state.
Oh my God.
He's been streaming. that's about it. He made a video about Jeffree Star the other day. That's how fucking much he's fallen off. Yeah. So that was ImAllexx's response. What do you have to say, Devin, about it?
He's such a fucking whiny ass little fucking soy boy, fucking nepotism baby ass fucking bitch.
Jesus.
Like, Jesus Christ, dude. How many times can you fucking beg somebody to come back before you realize they're never coming back? Like, damn. Fucking. And I bet you the only reason that he's even, like, apologizing and shit in the first place is because he's getting canceled, not even because he genuinely means it.
Yeah.
Because it shows in the fucking messages where he was just like, oh, fucking, I'm scared because I don't know if I'm gonna make money ever again and shit. And, like, fucking, because fucking motherfuckers getting goddamn canceled and shit. So, fucking, honestly, he would have just, well, he would have been better off not doing any of this shit in the first place, but he just continues to embarrass himself. And motherfucker put out that whole hour and 40-minute fucking response video all to just get disproved with one sentence. Like, And the fact that he just sat there and made up like enough lies to fit in a fucking hour and 40-minute video is fucking sad. And fucking like it's just he would have been better off if like after they fucking broke up if he would have just fucking shut the fuck up about it and just moved on. But fucking he just had to keep messaging her, fucking, oh, I want you back, I want you back, oh, I'm sorry this, I'm sorry that, this and that, this and that, and then when he doesn't get his way, he fucking throws a goddamn tantrum and starts fucking screaming at her and shit. It's fucking stupid. So, fuck Alex, and fucking, like, I get she had to, like, talk to him or whatever to be able to, like, come to the house to get her shit or whatever, but like like why like I'm still confused why he would get so offended just because she asked him to like clean a portion of the kitchen or whatever, and he just like fucking just lost it. Like,
I
and
don't
then the
know.
fact that she comes back to get her stuff after he says messages are all these voice messages and text messages is, oh, I'm sorry, I miss you, oh, I fucked up, I did this, I did that, it's all my fault, please come back, I'd give anything in the world to get you back. And then she comes back to get her shit, and then the first thing you do is fucking goddamn brogue kick her like you're fucking Sheamus, like, and then fucking and then sit there and wonder why she's like not gonna fucking get back with you, like bro, Jesus fucking Christ. That's really all I gotta say about it. He's this piece of shit, and he seems like he's one of those people that's just never gonna change, no matter how much he says, oh, fucking, I'm gonna change, oh, I'm sorry, I fucked up, I did this and this and this, and I'll try to do better, and oh, I promise this, and I promise that, and then he just keeps doing the same old shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, dude, Jesus Christ. Like, I mean, when he streams, like, people still watch him, so, like, I don't know why this dude just doesn't let all that shit go and just say fuck it and just move on and just fucking stream and just let the whole situation lie. But he just keeps fucking obsessively just messaging her over and over and over, even when like she blocks his numbers or whatever. Fucking, he just still is just like, oh, I know you blocked me, but still I want you back. And it's just like, bro, like Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. It's fucking insane, bro. Like straight up. Like it's straight up fucking insane.
Yeah, that's really all I gotta say about it.
Well, I don't really have much to say that I've already fucking said, dude.
So do you like? The idea was almost 3 in the morning now. Fucking. Do you think that like there's gonna be any more? Like,
God, I hope not.
Jesus Christ, are we gonna get a ImAllexx part
Dude,
3 on the podcast?
this has got to be the. She showed the police report, dude. There's no. He's not coming back from this. Like,
Well, I mean, if he gets fucking arrested and shit, we're gonna have to talk about it.
true, but like
But
there's no coming back from what he is fucking done. Straight up.
what he had to do was just not be a piece of shit.
That's too hard for him, I guess. I don't fucking know. Fucking hell, bro.
So that
What?
was ImAllexx part 2, I guess. Is this gonna become a fucking saga now? The ImAllexx
God,
saga.
like I said, God, I hope not, dude. I really hope not. Like,
Fucking
good. I'm honestly good.
so like once Papa got to the end of it, like what did he say?
Basically, he was just saying, like, because by the time we got to the document, he was just like, dude, this guy's a piece of shit. We know he's a piece of shit. She showed the proof in the first expose. He's a lying piece like, he was like, he's a lying piece of shit in his fucking response. Like, he saw through his his response videos so fucking easily. And then fucking, he was just like, yeah, this dude's a piece of shit. If you stand with them, go fuck yourself. Like, he was just so fucking pissed about it.
Jesus Christ. Fucking ImAllexx, more like I'm tired as fuck.
I feel it, bro.
No, it's because fucking he always just has so many goddamn fucking messages, bro. Like, Jesus Christ. And his fucking goddamn messages are always so long, too. And then,
Imagine if I would have read all the screenshots.
oh god, we'd be here for another like 2 hours. The thing is, too, fucking Austin read all this and he has to fucking get up at early ass o'clock tomorrow. And
Yeah.
almost fucking 3 in the morning for me.
Let's see how much time I fucking have. Yeah, like about 7 hours or so.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, fucking hell.
That was the part 2 of ImAllexx. Will there be a part 3? Who the fuck knows? But
And that
yeah.
was fucking episode 84 of the What the Fuck podcast.
Don't you people worry. Don't you people worry, because we already got topics for our next episode, but this shit was so fucked that we just could, there's no way we could fit this unless we sat there and did like another fucking recording and made this like a 6 hour fucking podcast and fucking.
And we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
We already got fucking 2 topics for the next episode on episode 85, and one of them is going to be from what Austin tells me, a screaming Austin rant. So
Yeah.
stay tuned for that. And yeah, fucking, I guess I'll go ahead with the outro. Fucking, thank you for watching episode 84 of the podcast. The What the Fuck podcast. I'm tired. Austin's tired. We're both tired of fucking talking. My throat hurts. And fucking, so we will see you for the next episode of the podcast, episode 85. And any parting words that I have to say is, fuck ImAllexx and fuck the Fine Bros. That's all I gotta say. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. Go kill yourself, Fine Bros, and Shane Dawson, and ImAllexx.
Alice,
And
you can hit
Jazmyn.
my DMs. Peace.
Fucking. Jesus Christ.